Hello, Gig. What's going on? Random Batman, what's up? Oh, ho, ho. Mm.
I was eating sardines like every day. I love sardines.
Okay.
I love them. So I'd eat like 3 cans of sardines a day. And I go to my doctor, I get my blood work done. He goes, he goes, you have arsenic in your body.
Arsenic.
Arsenic. Yeah, trace levels of arsenic. And I said, how much? Like someone's trying to poison me? He goes, I don't think so. He goes, are you eating a lot of seafood? I go, I eat 3 cans of sardines a day. He goes, don't do that. Don't do that. And he explains to me that these are bottom feeders and that they live a lot of times in areas that are polluted by humans. So we fucking polluted the ocean to the point where if you eat too much fish, you get sick.
Right.
All these people that are worried about the weather warming up.
What are we doing to the ocean?
I was eating sardines.
You know, Joe's a pretty stupid guy. Pretty dumb.
A new study shows that vitamin D can slow aging. That's according to the latest headlines anyway. But is that really what the study shows? What dose of vitamin D should we take, and should we get a vitamin D blood test? So let's take a look. The study examined a subset of participants in the massive vital study.
Craig Murdoch from Tekken is fucking gay. I hate that character. Oh, I'm trying to get like Kazuya from Tekken 8. But yeah, I hated that character, Craig Murdoch. He is so fucking broken. Just fucking dickhead.
Study. So this was a study of the impact of vitamin D and omega-3 in a group of over 25,000.
Dude, I got Gummy a catnip egg. It's catnip, but it's compressed into like an egg shape. Holy fucking shit, he's been going ape shit over that. It's fucking hilarious. Like, it's literally a drug for cats. It's bizarre the way he acts.
Adults. There were 4 groups. One took vitamin D at 2,000 international units a day, another took omega-3 at 1 gram a day, one group took both, and then there was a placebo group. And the researchers measured the length of telomeres in participants' white blood cells, called leukocytes, at baseline. Then they checked them again at the 2-year mark and at
Dodo donated $3. Let me see.
All Jews are Israelis, even if you haven't filled out your paperwork just yet.
Well, that low-cut top was certainly a choice, a very intentional one, because Israeli-paid honeypot propagandists, as I like to think of them, are flooding social media. There's no level of propaganda that's going to erase the images that are literally
She's saying this when so many of these protesters, like Greta Thunberg, are paid by China or Iran or Qatar. What fucking... Do they even have any actual evidence that any of these social media people are paid by Israel? Like, you think they might just be ideologically in support of Israel because they're, like, Israeli themselves?
The images that at this point for me are seared in my mind. It looks like there was more to that gross joke that Van Jones told about dead Gazan babies during his recent appearance on Real Time with Bill Maher. Because Dropsite News has uncovered his ties to a new pro-Israel organization, which he should be upfront and disclose, but he didn't. So let's look.
Well, Mossad tells us not to say that we have any association with them. They just pay us under the table. Oh, shit. Did I say that out loud? Oh, what a dumb bitch.
You can't be vegan forever. Humans are omnivores. By year 10 of being a vegan, your body will give out. Can you dig it?
Well, I'm at year 15. And so far, I've only gotten more jacked. But thanks for the donation, Pac-Man McGavin. Did your Instagram get nuked? A bunch of people reported my Instagram account, and it got like taken down, but I submitted an appeal, and then 5 minutes later they reinstated my account, so it should be back up now. Apparently people do this to anybody who is good looking. Like, I'm not even kidding. There's a lot of women who get their accounts taken down for like showing bikini photos. There's a lot of bodybuilders and shit that have gotten their accounts taken down for just showing like contest photos. So yeah, there's just a lot of people reporting my account because I've been giving like physique updates. So my account's back up. You should be able to find it now.
Let's learn more about this organization. So it's called the Jackie and Jeff Karsh Journalism Fellowship. And it describes itself as solely dedicated to Jewish topics. So Jackie Karsh, I had never heard of her in my life, but it turns out she's one of the fellowship's co-founders and states that she is fighting on the front of journalism for Israel. So she's out front with her bias in favor of Israel, which is kind of the antithesis of pursuing journalism, but okay, fair enough.
This is coming from a dumb bitch who said Israel's responsible for 9/11. Like, who cares if somebody isn't paying you to say that? You're clearly a fucking retard and an ideologue.
She's apparently, or at least she likes to fashion herself as a journalist based here in Los Angeles. In December of last year, here's what she stated. October 7th happened and everything changed for me because I knew this was going to be a war of information the second it happened. You know, Jackie, I knew that too. You wanna know why I knew that? Because I live here in the United States where the atrocities and war crimes that are carried out by the Israeli government tend to get glossed over or not covered at all. Our media seems to be pretty friendly to the pro-Israel narrative. But here's what happened over the last 2 years. We saw endless videos of innocent people getting bombed. Okay, just.
Yeah, innocent people who support Hamas supported the October 7th attack, and a lot of this shit was like fucking staged. Yeah, okay, like what a fucking idiot. Kid Boo donated $2. That's great. Thanks for the donation, Kid Boo.
At the 4-year mark, and here were the key findings. So omega-3 had no effect, but vitamin D supplementation, it seemed to reduce the rate of telomere loss by 140 base pairs. So the researchers concluded that daily vitamin D supplementation may have a role in counteracting telomere loss and cell senescence. So what's the connection here between these findings and aging? So think of telomeres as caps that protect the ends of our chromosomes from fraying. And every time our cells divide, the telomeres get a little bit shorter, and eventually they get too short and the cell stops dividing. So that state is called cellular senescence. And these aged cells, they don't just rest quietly and retire. They remain active and they pump out different substances that can promote inflammation in the surrounding tissues. They can even push nearby cells into a senescent state as well. So it appears that this is an important driver of the problems that we associate with aging. All this means that preventing the shortening of telomeres may hold a lot of promise when it comes to counteracting the effects of aging. So this is the big idea behind the book, The Telomere Effect, and it was written by a Nobel Prize-winning researcher called Elizabeth Blackburn. Blackburn won the prize for helping to uncover some of the key dynamics affecting telomere length, and she argues that there's lifestyle choices that we can make that translate into longer telomeres and healthier aging. So that's the story, but what do these study results actually show? Do they show us that vitamin D is one of the tools that we can use to slow aging? And am I rethinking the dose of vitamin D that I take in light of this new research?
Yeah, I'm drinking an energy drink. I've discovered that I'm basically completely immune to having sleep issues with caffeine or nicotine. Like, completely immune. I can take ridiculous doses of nicotine and have 2 energy drinks. Like, right before bed, and I'll still sleep just fine. It just doesn't... I just go into sleep mode automatically.
Well, first of all, we need to talk about the impact that was found. So is 140 base pairs over a 4-year time period a big deal or not? Well, leukocyte telomeres, they shorten by about 20 to 40 base pairs per year. So given that average decline, 140 sounds like a big number, and that equates to about 3.5 to 7 years of telomere shortening. But we do need to add some critical context here. So the method used in the study to measure telomere length is called the qPCR method, and just like any measuring methodology, there are some limits.
Yes, I obviously still support Israel. What kind of stupid fucking question is that?
In terms of its accuracy. So a key question is this: when the qPCR test gives us a result of 140, how confident can we be that this reflects the actual number? So one way that we can approach this question is to repeat that test on the same sample. So if one time we get 140, but then another time we get 120, and again 190 on a second and third attempt, then we know that this test isn't particularly accurate. So researchers undertook exactly this type of experiment to see how accurate the qPCR method is, and it was actually an international effort involving 10 different labs, so they all used the same DNA samples, and what they found is that the measurement of telomere length varied by more than 20% between the different labs. So remember, these are the same DNA samples, so the actual length...
Remember the other day when you were getting really pissed off about everything when you had a ton of energy drinks? That was pretty funny. I had the streams saved on my hard drive. I'm gonna make a rage compilation of you later.
That was funny. I got so fucking amped up and annoyed. Part of that might have also been my estrogen being low, because I added in boldenone a couple weeks ago. And I only just a few days ago increased the test dose, so my E2 levels might have been really low. And that might have also contributed to the aggravation I had. But yeah, I was raging so fucking hard. Somebody sent me that link of that guy whose face I didn't like. He had the big Dumbo ears. I just got so annoyed looking at his face. Thanks for the donation though, CDG.
Of telomeres are the same, but within a lab, we're seeing again different results, and the variations ranged from 1.4% to 9.5%. So let's return to our figure of 140 base pairs. So that's within the range of measurement error. So it's hard to know exactly if we're seeing a real difference or whether this is just...
All of these fucking studies showing some effect on some vitamin or supplement on anti-aging, they're all just fucking bullshit. They're all complete horseshit.
And speaking of Greta Thunberg.
Let me see. A dumb bitch. That's funny. The Jerusalem Post is pretty based. That's hilarious. Thanks for the donation, Dodo. Yeah, all these studies are fucking bullshit. Like, I mean, you should be supplementing with vitamin D and crap anyway. These are just people trying to get research funding or get media attention for their journal. That's all this crap is. But But yeah, these anti-aging studies are just fucking stupid. Like, look, you're not going to find any massive benefit from taking some kind of over-the-counter supplement, in all likelihood, like vitamin D. And again, you should be taking vitamin D anyway. The anti-aging studies that, like, are even remotely interesting to me are studies on, like, growth hormone or testosterone replacement therapy, because, like, you know those drugs actually do something and work. So this kind of crap is just, you know, it's just slop. Dodo donated $2. Let me see. Putin stuns the world by saying he thinks President Trump should have won the Nobel Peace Prize. President Trump then thanks Putin.
Решать, кому присуждать Нобелевскую премию. Во-первых, мне кажется, и вряд ли кто-нибудь из вас или из ваших зрителей и слушателей будет возражать. Вряд ли. Сейчас скажу, что я имею в виду.
Trump is so fucking dumb. It's so funny how these people know exactly how to manipulate him. He's so fucking stupid. Jesus Christ.
Jeffrey says that there's nothing wrong with fapping.
It's good for you. It increases your testosterone and it even decreases your chances of getting prostate cancer.
Jeffrey spends his days in his bedroom. He does nothing masculine, and now he's sapping away his sexual energy. Instead of putting in the effort to level up some skills that would be so good for him, he levels up on RuneScape. This is the life of most men. Make sure you're not like Jeffrey. Adonis. Adonis is...
Dude, this is just so fucking stupid. Especially now that I'm on steroids. Dude, sometimes I just get so fucking bricked up. Like, I literally can't think. Like, you get so horny, you can't do anything else. Like, yeah, just fucking fap, get it over with, and then you can go on about your day. What's the issue?
A farmer, a hunter. He's an old school man. When he first heard of the term beating your meat, he thought it was about hunting. And yet when Adonis looks around and sees the men of modern times, he's sadly disappointed.
Buddy, you can look at chimpanzees in the wild. They jerk off. Fucking wild chimpanzees. Whack it. Like, whacking it is pretty fucking natural, dude. Like, that's normal fucking behavior.
He sees them all cowering in their bedrooms, doors locked, lights down low, pleasuring themselves when they haven't earned it. Why is this generation so weak, and what can I do to help them? I first discovered NoFap.
Every time he talks about this, like, NoFap masturbation thing, he seems like he has symptoms of androgen deficiency. So, like, he talks about post-masturbation syndrome, which is this feeling of extreme tiredness, exhaustion, lack of motivation, and it can also trigger anxiety. There's actually a correlation between that and androgen deficiency. So, yeah, maybe if you have androgen deficiency, the solution to that isn't to, like, not masturbate. The solution to that is to just take testosterone so that, like, if you do get horny, you can just whack it, and then, like, again, you can just go on about your day. Like, it's really not that deep.
I just got a DM from the person behind the...
Okay, I'll look at that in a minute.
Near the end of the year in 2024.
Okay, I'll look at that in a minute. Thanks for the donation, Dodo. Retard donated $2. Oh. Oh. You know, orangutans seem pretty nice. I like that video of the orangutan that can drive a golf cart. Wow. It's nice. They're all friends. He's helping the little babies. Had the opportunity to sit down with Hasan to talk about my experience abroad, the Gaza flotilla, what happened when we were illegally abducted and held hostage. Oh my god. What a fucking gay retarded liar. Destiny and Muhammad Ajab will be debating at the Oxford Union. Oh man. I know exactly how this is going to go. So, you know, Destiny's gonna say, like, I don't know what the debate's gonna be about specifically, but, you know, Destiny's gonna make a fair point or something. Then Muhammad Ajab is just gonna go on and on and on about how Destiny literally sucks dick. That's all that's going to happen. So he's just gonna talk about Destiny sucking some dude's dick on camera, and he will never make an actual fucking argument. Like, we all know what's gonna happen. Thanks for the donation, though, retard.
Such much for being a climatic TV set.
Well, it doesn't make any money. So, yeah, so all the money is in hating Jews. Thanks for the donation, Dodo.
I'm shitting and pooping my nigger 777 gay emoji, LGBTQ emoji, Palestine emoji.
If you like butter, I've got some really good news for you. I recently came across a couple of randomized controlled trials in humans showing that consumption of butter is associated with less inflammation.
It is not.
Check this out. The first study is in
So, this is not on butter. This is a study on some special enriched butter that was made for the study.
8-week trial in which participants ate about 1.5 tablespoons of butter per day. At the end of the trial, researchers saw multiple inflammatory markers decrease. Another 12.
I am assuming this is compared to some, like, bullshit control as well. I'm not even going to bother looking at this.
Decrease. The trial compared 39 grams.
So the special butter raised cholesterol even more. And raised CRP even more.
It was about 2.5 tablespoons of conventional.
Their fucking CRP increased. Like, what? This is hilarious. They had higher fucking inflammatory markers.
Conventional Danish butter versus pastured butter, and found that both of these butters lowered HSCRP, a common inflammatory.
They had higher CRP. Like, this is hilarious.
Marker in humans. Butter gets a bad rap because it has saturated fat, but there are multiple meta-analyses and studies showing that the consumption of dairy and markers of dairy consumption are consistently associated with lower rates.
Yeah, that's because of, so all these studies, they're not adjusting for socioeconomic factors. So especially out of Europe, dairy is a luxury good. It's more expensive. So if you don't adjust for socioeconomic factors, you see an association between dairy consumption and lower risk of mortality, but it's just because they're wealthier.
Rates of cardiovascular disease and randomized controlled trials.
So by the way, meta-analysis of observational studies. This is the same guy who says observational, prospective cohorts are garbage. They're completely unreliable. You can't use them. They're not science. And then here he is, supporting this kind of research. Like, he's just a fraud.
Like this in humans consistently show decreased inflammation with butter. So don't fear butter.
That is not true. It raises inflammatory markers. We know saturated fat does that, and we know the exact mechanisms behind it. This guy's a fucking idiot.
Butter is a health food for
It is not a health food.
your gut. Check this out. I think butter is a health food in general. It's a healthy animal fat full of so many nutrients that are beneficial for humans. And there was
Like, it's so bizarre. It's such a highly processed food, too. It's not even a food. It's considered a highly processed food additive. And then this idiot is, like, talking about eating a natural diet. What animals in nature eat butter? No one. No animal in nature eats butter. There is no human, there are no hunter-gatherers anywhere that have ever eaten butter. Like, at most, they only consume whole milk. So when you look at, like, the Maasai tribe in Africa, they're really well known for consuming dairy. They don't eat butter. They eat fucking whole milk. That's the closest they get. So, and then now there's this idiot fucking telling everybody to eat a natural human diet when no human hunter-gatherer tribes anywhere ever in the history of fucking planet Earth have ever eaten butter, and butter is classified as a highly processed food additive.
There was a recent study where patients with irritable bowel syndrome, IBS, were given 300 milligrams of butyrate. Sounds like butter, right? Butyric acid is found in butter.
Oh, this is so stupid. Like, people actually fall for this stupid shit? Oh, you know, like, there was a study where, people were given, this medication, and it cured their, sinus infection, and this medication is actually a precursor to crystal meth, so obviously crystal meth is good for you. Smoke crystal meth if you have a sinus infection. Like, that's literally the logic he's going with.
Patients were given 300 milligrams of butyrate a day, and over 12 weeks, their IBS symptoms
Yeah, so they weren't fed butter, dumbass.
went down significantly. How much butter would you have to eat to get 300 milligrams of butyrate? 1 tablespoon. 1 tablespoon of...
I don't even know if that's accurate. Yeah, I'd have to look that up. I don't even know if that's even remotely accurate. You get butyrate from consuming high fiber foods. I don't know. He may be making a mistake here and mixing up two very similar sounding words. He kind of does that a lot.
Of butter a day could significantly improve your gut health, whether you have...
Cool. So he cherry-picked a study that had nothing to do with butter and then made some spurious logical leap that, oh, therefore butter's good for you.
Oil is on top of your natural peanut butter. That's a seed oil. That's peanut oil from these ground up peanuts sitting on top here, touching the plastic, becoming oxidized and rancid over the time that this peanut butter sits on the shelf. This peanut butter's probably already been sitting on the shelf for 4 months. And
these oils do not easily become rancid. You have to worry about that with like flax oil, but yeah, these sorts of oils don't easily become rancid. They're also locked in a, like it's in an airtight container. So like what air is in the container for it to even oxidize?
it could sit on the shelf for another 8 months. To make matters worse, you have aflatoxin in the peanuts, which nobody really talks about. It's a mold toxin, probable carcinogen for humans, especially damaging for your liver. When the moldy...
Yes, all the people I know who've gotten alcoholic liver disease from eating peanut butter.
Peanuts get ground up into peanut butter, you don't see the mold toxins. So I know this is going to break your heart, but get rid of the peanut butter, you'll be healthy.
What a fucking idiot. Thanks for the donation, Frank Gay Fano. Or, yeah, Frank Gay Fano, I think. Bill Pilliam Squire Pugmire donated $2. Arrest in Thailand, jail ice, and Indian friend Deepak. strip searched and had 2 poop in buckets.
I'm being held in Thailand for the actions that I've done a few nights ago at a hotel in Bangkok, Thailand.
Well, this is old news, dude. This happened like 2 years ago. Thanks for the donation.
Rad 140 works insane gains.
It works, but you're a fucking retard if you take it. You could just take actual steroids that have more proven established safety that work better. Thanks for the donation though, dude.
Yawn. You can fap and be productive in the same day. I'm so tired of the no fap shit. It's not a magical power. Ejaculating isn't a big deal, lol.
Yeah, I know. He's just a retard. Thanks for the donation, CDG. Dodo donated $2. Who, as president, would we have the best odds of dealing with modern geopolitics? Russia, China, North Korea, Islam on behalf of the United States, Trump, Frank Tefano, Special Agent Blaha, Hamza, not Hamza Den, the other one. Probably Trump. I would say either Trump or Blaha, ironically enough. Like, the thing with, like, Hamza's smarter than Blaha, but, he's also, like, we know he's a scamming, lying jackass who has no loyalty to anyone. So I would imagine he'd even be more compromised than Trump. And obviously Frank Tefano is just, like, literally mentally disabled. So I'd have to go with Trump. Thanks for the donation, though, Dodo.
There's nothing weak or wrong about masturbating inherently. I've masturbated daily since puberty, only skipping a day like once a week. Some days I'm extra horny and do it 2 or 3 times, literally wake up with boner and fap to go back to sleep.
Yeah, it's not that big of a deal. Thanks for the donation, CDG. Dodo donate $2. VG, go on Discord, give Destiny some pointers about debating Muhammad Ajab right now on stream and show us your Discord while you do it if he's not on, and you can call, then type it to him. Motherfucker, go now. He's not online. I don't even think he's streaming right now. But I don't think he really needs any advice for debating Muhammad Ajab. The guy's a complete idiot. Thanks for the donation though, Dodo.
After more than 13 years of continuous warfare and more than 650,000 deaths, the Assad regime in Syria finally collapsed following a major renewed offensive that was launched by the Turkish-backed HTS faction. For Turkey, it was the culmination of more than a decade of careful strategy to remove Assad from power and to shift Syria to being within their own sphere of influence. Ever since the civil war next door first erupted in 2011, Syria became...
Then why do people act like it is that big of a deal then?
Because they're just tards. Thanks for the donation, Dodo.
a maw of chaos that had saddled Turkey
No, retatrutide does not inhibit muscle protein synthesis.
with a litany of problems that it could never easily solve. More than 3 million Syrian refugees fled the war and crossed the border over into Turkey, straining Turkish resources and inflaming anti-Arab, anti-refugee sentiments among the Turkish public, who grew increasingly resentful toward their presence. The US military came to support the Syrian Kurdish factions in their drive for autonomy within Syria, since they proved willing and capable of defeating ISIS in the country. But in the process, they essentially created a de facto independent US-backed Kurdish statelet out of Syria's northeast, immediately on Turkey's southern border, inflaming the cause of Kurdish nationalism and separatism from southeastern Turkey as well, and providing the PKK Kurdish militant group with a safe base of operations to coordinate attacks in Turkey from. And as the war in Syria progressed, the Assad regime grew increasingly dependent upon the
When your redacted was doing OnlyFans, I actually used an app to download and save all of her content. I enjoy masturbating to it, nearly on an almost daily basis. Excellent, excellent Kumar Richard Burgess. 7 quatuor.
Well, that's nice. Thanks for the donation, CDG.
influence and support of Russia and Iran, two of Turkey's major regional and historical geopolitical rivals that it was loath to see gain the upper hand on their southern border. So all of a sudden, at the end of 2024, when rebels in Syria that had been backed by Turkey for years managed to overthrow the Assad regime and seize power for themselves, Turkey suddenly found themselves to be the primary power broker in the country and the new leading source of outside influence. Almost overnight, all of the problems that Syria had been causing Turkey over the past 13 years seemed like they would finally go away. Russian and Iranian influence in the country was—
This is Stephen Curry's wife complaining that men don't give her attention. This light-skinned bitch is married to one of the best athletes in the world, yet this bitch is still complaining.
Me and like honestly has given me a sense of a little bit of an insecurity is the fact that there are all these women like throwing them.
She's fat. Like, why would dudes give her attention? You're fat.
Themselves, but me, like the past 10 years, like I don't have any of that. Like I have zero, this sounds weird, but like male attention.
Because you're fat. So she's upset that her husband gets attention from women. And then, like, your husband's a fucking star athlete. You're a fat old lady. Like, oh my God, this is hilarious.
And so then like I begin to internalize it and I'm like, is something wrong with me? Like,
yeah, you're fat. You eat too much.
Not looking.
What?
You're not
Like,
looking. You're not even.
but I'm gonna tell you something else too.
I love how all these women are like, oh no, it's just in your head, like you're fat.
When your radar's turned off, because I dealt with that for years too, like, and I was young, like you.
Yeah,
like,
that's
oh my
not
God,
fair.
I mean.
Because I don't want it, but
yeah.
I love how none of them are telling her to lose weight and then see what happens. Like, this is just
it'd be nice to know that like someone's looking.
Oh my
But
God.
when your radar's turned off, right, that can get real dangerous. Don't ever think for 1 minute that it ain't some men out there looking at you like, I wish.
It bothers.
Like, she's pretty overweight. You can just see it in her face. Who the fuck would ever, like, give her any attention? Yeah, and dude, she used to be thin. She used to look way better. Yeah, and then she got fat after she had kids. Buddy, like, no shit. Like there's your fucking problem. And then nobody's telling her, like, how about you lose weight if you want to be prettier? Women are fucking silly. Thanks for the donation, Kid Boo.
To be fair, compared to all these other women, she could be even fatter.
Yeah, but still, that doesn't help you look any better. Thanks for the donation, Dodo. Oh yeah, women will always live in denial. Like, they'll know, like, again, losing weight and exercising and shit, like, that's hard. That actually takes hard work, dedication, commitment. You think women are gonna ever work hard or commit to anything? Like, obviously not. So it's way easier for them to just cope and make up bullshit and, have this, like, toxic positivity mindset. So, yeah, these people are just going to stay fat and miserable and keep gaining weight and then, like, never actually... Like, women, it's funny. You can actually look at how women actually prefer psychological treatment for, like, therapy. They literally just want to blab and complain and have their therapist just affirm everything they're saying. Men, on the other hand, when they actually go to a therapist, they want solutions. So women don't want solutions to problems. They just want to complain, and they want people to agree with whatever the fuck they're complaining about. And they just want reassurance for whatever stupid nonsense they're doing. Like, men, if they ask, like, how do I get women to be more attracted to me? Like, they want advice. So it's like, okay, well, you got to lose weight, you got to make more money, you got to dress better, you got to fix your haircut. Like, men will seek out that advice. Women, oh, you're a girl boss. Oh, you're already doing awesome. The right man will come around. All these men are just fucking dogs. That's the issue. It's not you, it's them. Like, that's what they want. They just want to hear just nonsense. Sierra, thanks for the membership, dude.
Crippled and replaced with their own influence in the halls of government. The millions of Syrian refugees still present in Turkey could finally be relocated back home in a major political victory. And most importantly of all, Turkey gained the leverage it had been seeking for years over the Kurdish PKK, whom it had been fighting a bloody insurgency against for decades. The PKK began its armed insurgency against the Turkish state in the late 1970s, initially seeking the full independence of the Kurdish majority areas of southeastern Turkey and later modifying their demands for autonomy instead. Turkey always refused and
or worse, eventually get a heart attack and die just like all those people in the Fatah Ptins movement.
I don't think she's quite fat enough for that, but yeah. Thanks for the donation, Dodo.
AI is getting ridiculous. But I thought this was pretty funny. You probably won't too.
All right, here we go. In the case of 8-week-old Midnight, you are not the father!
In the case of this 8-week-old brown puppy, you are not the father!
In the case of the 8-week-old brown puppy, oh boy, you are not the father!
That's pretty funny. That's good. Thanks for the donation, Killing Titan. Do you think Hamza looks bigger, more muscular than he was a year ago? No. If anything, he's gotten a bit smaller because he's just not training.
Fought them in a long, drawn-out, bloody war that cost tens of thousands of lives over decades, and morphed into Turkey's #1 geopolitical security threat. By the time the Syrian Kurds established their US-backed proto-state across the border in Syria during the 2010s, the Turks considered the Syrian Kurdish government and the PKK to be essentially indistinguishable, meaning that they felt that they were dealing with a PKK-run statelet directly on their southern border that was coordinating and orchestrating the insurgency raging across the border within Turkey. So with the fall of Assad at the end of 2024 and the installment of a Turkish-backed militia into power, Turkey believed that they had finally gained the leverage in Syria that they needed to pressure the Syrian Kurds into surrendering their autonomy and removing the PKK threat from their border for good. And in a way, they were right. Merely months afterward, in May of 2025, the PKK announced that it would be fully dissolving and ending its armed struggle against Turkey in favor of political means instead, ending the long Kurdish insurgency in Turkey's favor and dramatically boosting the popularity for Turkey's president, Recep Tayyip Erdogan, as he seeks an unprecedented fourth term in office ahead of the next Turkish presidential election in 2028. But as fate would have it, the removal of Assad from power in Syria was not just a major geopolitical bonanza for Turkey, but for Israel as well. Assad had closely aligned the Syrian state with Israel's greatest geopolitical enemy, Iran, and he had granted Syria's territory to the Iranians to use as a critical logistics corridor to funnel weapons and supplies through to Hezbollah in Lebanon. The toppling of Assad from power and the crippling of Iranian influence in the country eliminated this critical land bridge for Hezbollah, which on its own would have already been a major geopolitical victory for Israel. But Israel also didn't trust the rise to power in Syria of the Turkish-backed militant faction HTS, and its leader, Ahmed al-Shara, either. Both HTS and al-Shara have radical Sunni Islamist and jihadist passions.
Massive camel toe donated $2.
Follow you and...
Oh my god, what is the fucking music? He literally looks the same. He literally looks the same. So he made no progress. Okay. Yeah, that's literally the same. What a fucking gay retard.
Start eating just fat and protein. You will never be bloated again. You will have
Well, you're gonna be dehydrated.
energy that lasts you all day long.
I love how these people who don't exercise, don't lift, are not athletic, say, oh, you're going to have energy all day long. Oh, okay, so what do you do with that energy? I go for a walk in the morning, and I don't fall asleep when I'm working at my computer. Whoa.
You will tone up, you will burn fat for energy instead of using all of this stored random carbohydrates and sugars that we all eat just ridiculously all the time that we don't need to be eating. Guys, we got 4...
This dude's a beta male twink.
Is a carnivore diet safe for kids? Listen up. Yes, of course it is. The carnivore diet is a
It is not.
proper human diet. And just like all mammals, after they're done
gross.
drinking their mother's milk, they're weaned onto their mother's diet and they eat that for the rest of their life, just like the Maasai and the Net, the Inuit.
None of these people live long. The average life expectancy of all these people is like under 40 years.
And all of our ancestors going back 2 million years or longer. But it's far more important for kids to be on a proper human diet because that's when they're...
Okay, I can't watch this. There's too many stupid, gross babies. Thanks for the donation, dude.
Pasts. Al-Shara used to be a member of Al-Qaeda, while HTS was initially founded as Al-Qaeda's branch of operations in Syria before it split off into its own separate entity in 2017. Al-Shara himself has since publicly renounced jihadism and extremism, stating that he seeks no quarrel with anyone beyond Syria's own borders and that he especially seeks no confrontation with Israel. He has even repeatedly suggested that he is open to extending Syria's formal recognition of Israel under certain conditions. And yet, many within Israel's security establishment do not trust him or HTS anyway. Many of them believe that Al-Shara will say and promise anything right now in order to receive legitimacy and recognition and sanctions relief to improve the dire straits of the Syrian economy following more than 13 years of devastating total war and more than a half-century of totalitarian and corrupt rule under the Assad family. They fear that after Syria's economic conditions improve over time, Al-Shara and HTS could revert back to their jihadist past and come to threaten Israel once again. And in the post-October 7th security environment, Israel is deeply mistrustful of anything that even remotely resembles jihadism on any of their borders. For many years leading up to the October 7th attack, the Israeli government generally regarded Hamas's leader, Yahya Sinwar, to be somewhat of a pragmatist whom they could work with. Sinwar had allowed Palestinians from Gaza to work across the border in Israel. He kept his distance from more radical Palestinian militant factions like Palestinian Islamic Jihad, and he showed a willingness to negotiate and make compromises in the short term. And nonetheless, Sinwar still planned and executed the deadliest surprise attack on Israel that the country has ever experienced on October 7th of 2023. Since then, the Israeli government has become obsessed with establishing buffer zones around all of their borders in order to keep any other potential jihadist groups that would attack them away, even if it means blatantly violating international law and occupying more territory in foreign countries. It is why the Israelis invaded southern Lebanon in late 2024 and continue to occupy what they call 5 key strategic areas in the country to maintain a buffer against Hezbollah. And it's why they
So again, that's not violating international law.
seized on the
I
opportunity.
don't even know why the Golan Heights thing is also just a joke.
That the chaos in Syria gave them after Assad's fall with another invasion into Syria. Rather than wait around to see what would happen, the Israelis ultimately decided that they would prepare themselves for a hostile new government in Syria by preemptively carving out a sphere of influence in the south of the country while they had the chance to do so. The day after Assad fled the country, the Israeli military launched a limited ground invasion from the occupied Golan Heights and seized control over most of the UN-established buffer zone in the area between the Golan Heights and the rest of Syria.
The Golan Heights thing is retarded. No one ever lived there. There was like 2 goat farmers. No one cares about the Golan Heights. It's just another thing to complain, like, It's just another thing that people like bitch about for no reason so that they can say Israel bad.
Syria after the Syrian army had fled from the area. The Israeli Air Force then carried out a relentless bombing campaign all across Syria that hit hundreds of targets and crippled the new government's military capabilities, destroying its naval and air assets, eliminating their anti-air and heavy equipment, and wiping out whatever remained of the Assad regime's chemical weapons stockpiles. And then, the Israelis demanded the establishment of a new demilitarized zone in southern Syria south of Damascus that would be enforced by the Israeli Air Force with or without the consent of the new Syrian government, warning that any Syrian military assets that entered the south of the country would be interpreted as a threat and would be immediately attacked. Now, while Israel has attempted to present all of these moves that they made into Syria as being purely defensive, they seem anything but to both the new Syrian government and to Turkey. Turkey especially fears Israel's increasingly unrestrained attacks that they've been launching across the Middle East since October 7th, and also fears that Israel's ultimate objective in Syria is to shatter the country and undermine all of the gains they thought they had made with the PKK and the Kurdish insurgency issue. Since the October 7th attack in 2023, Israel has launched ground invasions into Lebanon and Syria and repeatedly bombed both countries. They've conducted large-scale bombing raids into both Yemen and Iran, and most importantly for Turkey's geopolitical calculations, they recently bombed Qatar as well, which shocked Turkey down to its
I recommend nicotine lozenges. I think only one brand of nicotine gum is vegan, and it makes more sense to use lozenges because you can just hold it under your tongue.
very core. In early September of 2025, the Israeli Air Force carried out an airstrike on a Qatari government residential complex in the suburbs of the country's capital city, Doha. Israel said that the attack targeted senior Hamas leadership who were present in the building and who were actively taking part in negotiations for a ceasefire with the United States in the Gaza war. The attack failed in Israel's objective of killing the most senior Hamas leadership who were present, and instead reportedly resulted in the deaths of at least 6 people. 5 lower-ranking Hamas officials and 1 Qatari security officer, along with 4 others who were wounded. The attack was unprecedented and shocking for multiple reasons. For one, Qatar has long served as a sort of neutral mediator in the many disputes of the Middle East, and has hosted negotiators from Hamas, Israel, and the United States for years, giving them all a place to meet and discuss in an environment that was considered to be safe and neutral for all parties present. But Israel's attack on the Hamas negotiators in Qatar has now permanently shattered that carefully cultivated image, on top of Iran's previous airstrikes that they attempted to launch at Qatar as well, only a few months previously. It marked the first time that Israel has directly attacked the territory of a Gulf Cooperation Council member. And perhaps most importantly, it marked the first time that Israel has directly attacked the territory of another country that is a close ally of the United States. Qatar is a major non-NATO ally of the US and hosts America's biggest airbase in the entire Middle East at Al Udeid. Nonetheless, the US did little, if anything, to prevent Israel from attacking Qatari territory anyway, and made no attempt to give Israel any real solid pushback afterwards outside of just condemning the attack. Qatar is also Turkey's greatest regional ally in the Middle East too, and Turkey fears that if Israel was bold enough to strike Qatar's territory, they might be bold enough to strike their own territory as well. Israel has repeatedly accused Turkey of providing material assistance to Hamas for more than a decade now and of providing their leadership with a safe space to operate. Turkey has also never recognized Hamas as a terrorist organization, which the Israelis expected Turkey to do after they took the step of recognizing the PKK as a terrorist organization, but that never ended up happening. President Erdogan of Turkey has repeatedly praised Hamas and has repeatedly hosted senior Hamas officials on Turkish territory for diplomacy, despite Israel's accusations that Hamas has plotted and coordinated attacks on Israel from there. So after Israel's attack on Hamas members in Qatar, Turkey now fears that Israel might attack Hamas members on Turkish soil at some point in the future as well.
Dodo Nutellers, Hollis Hill in chat wants to know why supporting Palestine is anti-Semitic. Can you read his ignorant comment and respond also? Debate challenge him. He could be sold child alt. I don't fucking care. He is just a fucktard. Thanks for the donation, Dodo.
Well, and they also fear that their close relationship with
No, it's not like winter. Today was 18 degrees. It was fairly warm. There's still going to be some decently warm days for the next couple weeks. It's just the morning and evening where it gets cold, like around 0.
The United States might not prevent it from happening either. Turkey is a member of the NATO military alliance, and so an Israeli attack on Turkish territory targeting Hamas members could lead Turkey to attempting to trigger an Article 5 violation, bringing the rest of the alliance to bear on Israel. But after the US seemingly stepped aside and just allowed the Israelis to freely attack the territory of Qatar, a major non-NATO ally, Turkey now doubts the real resolve of America's willingness to keep Israel in check. And they fear that the US and NATO security guarantee matters less now when it comes to Israel than it ever has before. Basically, the Qatar attack and all of the previous Israeli attacks.
Gigliardo Donatello's, if I give you this game, will you play it for at least 30 minutes?
Oh, hey, Nate.
Oh,
I heard you screaming. Are you
Jim.
okay?
Yeah, no, oh yeah,
I'm
sorry.
here to help, buddy.
I see how you could think I was in trouble. With the screaming, but I'm not.
You're not?
No, just it was just a playful scream. Like a scream of just normal life.
Oh, yeah.
No.
While I'm here, do you want to get hooked up with some...
Oh, no, I'm doing good.
Got some equipment?
Yeah, like...
shoes?
Oh.
Why does it keep doing that loading thing?
Oh.
All right. Never change, Nate.
Oh. Yeah.
Hooroo.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Ooh, ooh. Oh.
Yeah, I'd play it. Looks pretty funny and memey. I'd play that game. Thanks for the donation, Gig.
Attacks on Iran, Yemen, Syria, and Lebanon have all shown to Turkey that they cannot rule out an Israeli attack on their territory happening at some point as well, especially if they continue hosting members of Hamas's senior leadership on their territory, which under Erdogan's presidency is likely. Turkey and Israel have a complicated historical relationship that used to be far friendlier than it is today. Turkey was the very first Muslim country in the world to recognize the Israeli state shortly after its founding in 1948, and both remained firm allies of the United States against the Soviet bloc throughout the entire Cold War era. Up until the 2020s, Turkey was one of only a handful of Muslim countries in the world to maintain its formal recognition of Israel, which gave the Israelis what was for a while.
You're drinking orange juice like the vid we watched last night. Well, do you want to die?
A rare case of legitimacy within the Muslim world. In exchange, Israel greatly assisted the Turkish military by agreeing to share intelligence, to help out with their missile program, and to assist with modernizing the Turkish Air Force. Israel helped Turkey combat the PKK insurgency, and the Israelis helped arm and train Turkey's ally Azerbaijan in their successful wars against Armenia. Both Israel and Turkey maintained common enemies even after the end of the Cold War in Iran and Assadist Syria, which kept their cooperation steady. But then, across the 2000s and 2010s, as both Israel and Turkey grew more religious and less secular, their relations began to deteriorate. They rapidly plummeted after 2010, when the Israeli military raided and opened fire on a Turkish civilian vessel called the Mavi Marmara that was attempting to break through the Israeli-enforced blockade of Gaza to deliver humanitarian aid. 10 Turkish civilians were killed by the Israeli fire, and dozens of others were wounded, which resulted in Turkey sharply downgrading its diplomatic relations with Israel. Turkey demanded an apology and compensation from Israel over the incident, which the Israelis refused, which led to Turkey suspending all of their military ties and cooperation with Israel. After that, Israel sought to recalibrate its geopolitical standing in the region to balance out the loss of Turkey as an ally. So Israel greatly expanded its military and diplomatic ties with Cyprus and Greece instead over the years that followed. Two of Turkey's most significant and bitter rivals who remain at odds over the contested division of Cyprus and their competing maritime claims in the Aegean and Eastern Mediterranean seas. Israel, Cyprus, and Greece all began conducting joint naval and air exercises with each other across the eastern Mediterranean. And very recently, in September of 2025, it was even reported that the Israelis had delivered advanced anti-air defense systems to Cyprus as well. In tandem with Israel's advances in Syria and its attack on Turkey's ally Qatar, it's not hard to see how Turkey interprets Israel's recent moves not as being defensive, but as an explicitly offensive encirclement strategy aimed at containing Turkey's freedom of navigation, in tandem with Greece and Cyprus. And on top of everything else, Turkey knows that Israel is also less dependent upon them for recognition and legitimacy in the Muslim world than they used to.
Yes, I do. I'm drinking 2 gallons per day until my stomach ruptures from the acidic juices. Wish me luck. Any message from Rogue about your belt squat yet? Didn't you order it a long time ago? What's taking so long, lol? I guess they're slow.
I don't know if they make their equipment to order. The order was processed on September 29th. I made the order on the 28th. It says it's processed on the 29th. And it still just says processed. It says it should start shipping in 2 to 4 weeks, and it's not quite been 2 weeks yet, so I'm hoping soon they start shipping. Thanks for the donation, though, CDG.
Hopefully Srira gets nuked into oblivion.
Yeah, hopefully. Thanks for the donation, Dodo.
To be. As recently as 2020, only a handful of Muslim-majority countries still recognized Israel's legitimacy, including Turkey, Albania, Azerbaijan, the former Soviet Central Asian states, and Egypt and Jordan. But since then, the UAE, Bahrain, Sudan, and Morocco have all extended their formal recognitions of Israel as well, reducing Israel's need to continue relying on Turkey's recognition as a source for its legitimacy within the Muslim world, and further fraying what used to be the strong bonds holding them together. And the recent rhetoric between them hasn't been helping perceptions either. President Erdogan has repeatedly accused Israel of committing genocide against the Palestinians in Gaza since the current war began, and has led Turkey into joining South Africa's genocide case against Israel too. In March of 2025, during his Eid holiday address, Erdogan publicly asked God to destroy what he called Zionist Israel. And before that, in 2024, he announced a full ban on all Turkish trade with Israel. Meanwhile, on the Israeli side, some Israeli media outlets have begun referring to Turkey as the new Iran, while Netanyahu has vowed that he will prevent Turkey from restoring the historical Ottoman Empire. And in August of 2025, Netanyahu declared that he personally recognized the Armenian genocide of World War I as tensions with Turkey continued escalating, though the Israeli government itself has yet to take that step formally. Given all of these developments and Turkey's frequent hosting of Hamas's leadership, Israeli leaders fear Turkey's ultimate ambitions in Syria and the post-Assad world. Turkey, under Erdogan's leadership, has frequently attempted to spread political Islam across the region, and their deepest fear is that with Turkish-backed former jihadists in power in Syria, Turkey will eventually encourage them to begin hosting radical anti-Israel militants directly on their borders with the disputed Golan Heights. Though Turkey's own power is currently largely concentrated in the north of Syria, Turkey and Syria's new government have reportedly been pursuing a mutual defense pact, which have realized would extend Turkey's influence and power throughout the rest of the country down to Israel's own frontiers. Shortly after the Assad regime in Syria collapsed, Turkey was already scoping out potential new sites for military bases in the country in the Homs province and at the country's main airport in the Hama province, before Israel likely caught wind of that and then bombed both of the sites in order to prevent the Turkish military from ever being able to utilize them. For a long time now, going back decades, Israel has pursued a policy of keeping its larger and more powerful neighbors as divided and broken as possible.
Bill Pilliam Squire Pugmire donated $2. You should find a 4-foot friend like Deepak. We are apologize. I don't think I want to be friends with somebody that short. Thanks for the donation, dude.
Possible in order to prevent them from ever being able to focus all of.
You gifted me the game on Steam. Wait, is that gonna show up in my email? Give me a second. I don't know why this is so unnecessarily complicated. It's in my library, but it's telling me to buy it. What the fuck? It was... What? Okay, there we go. We solved that problem. All right, thanks, Gig. We'll play that later.
Their resources together on Israel. And so Israel has frequently sought out alliances of convenience with many of the Middle East's religious and ethnic minorities in the process. Israel knows that a strong, united, and centralized Syria under Turkish and Islamist influences poses a much greater potential risk to their long-term security than a shattered or balkanized Syria fighting against itself would. And so, Israel's recent advances and policies in Syria have been designed to do exactly that. And this is the core, fundamental, and irreconcilable difference in objectives in Syria between Israel and Turkey. Because Turkey seeks the exact opposite outcome in Syria for their own better security interests. A balkanized, decentralized, or weak central government in Syria is anathema to Turkey because of the Kurdish and PKK issue. If the Kurdish regions in Syria continue remaining autonomous from the central government or de facto independent, it'll continue being a safe haven for PKK-affiliated militants to operate from, and a continued source of instability for the Kurdish majority regions in southeastern Turkey, who might even revert back to a violent insurgency again in the name of their own autonomy, with the model example of the autonomous or independent Kurdish proto-state right next door. Turkey believes that it must crush any hope of autonomy or independence for the Kurds in Syria in order to maintain their hold and authority over their own Kurdish majority areas. And in order to do that, they have to resist Israel's pressure to keep Syria weak and divided at all costs. As recently as March of 2025, the most influential security policy think tank in Israel, the Institute for National Security Studies, published a paper that warned that the peace process between Turkey and the PKK ran contrary to Israeli interests. The paper argued that peace between the PKK and Turkey would weaken the ability of the Kurds in Syria to continue operating autonomously, which would enable Turkey to expand their influence south throughout the rest of Syria that would diminish Israel's freedom of action. In other words, Israel views the continued autonomy of the Kurds in Syria as a valuable buffer between themselves and Turkish influence spreading any further in Syria, while Turkey views the continued autonomy of the Syrian Kurds as a major security threat. In many ways, Syria is
Bill Pilliam Squire Pugmire donated $2.
We are apologize?
Yeah, we are apologize.
We all are apologize. Why'd you say that? Why'd you say it like that? It's supposed to be, we apologize.
We apologize.
Yeah. Why'd you put R? We are apologize? Why? Why'd you say that? You thought that's how you say it? You think that's how you say?
Yeah.
No, it's wrong.
Is it wrong?
It's very wrong.
We are apologize.
No, we apologize.
We apologize.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's no R.
It's no R. So that's why it's very funny.
We am sorry.
Funny video, right?
Yeah, because it sounds crazy.
Thanks for the donation, dude.
Is sort of like the Yugoslavia of the Middle East. It is a dramatically more diverse place than most outsiders and Westerners are aware of, which is why keeping the whole state together has been a monumental challenge for decades now. Pinpointing the exact diversity within Syria is difficult because there hasn't been an official census, including a question on religious affiliation within the country since
Giggle and giggly giggle yard, nigga jiggle like giggly niggly giggle yard, nigga jiggle niggly giggle yard, nigga jiggle like giggly niggly giggle yard, nigga jiggle niggly giggle yard, nigga jiggle like giggly niggly giggle yard, nigga jiggly niggly giggle yard, nigga niggle yard. Oh.
All right, thanks for the donation, Gig. Appreciate that. Oh. I feel good. I feel very good. Quite good indeed.
1960. Nonetheless, before the outbreak of the civil war began in 2011, Syria's internal ethno-religious structure probably looked a little something like this. Sunni Muslim Arabs made up the majority of the population at between 55 to 60% of the total, but at just a little over half of the population, there were and remain substantial ethno-religious minorities in Syria as well. Another 10 to 12% of the population were Alawite Arabs, largely concentrated in Syria's two coastal provinces of Latakia and Tartus, where they make up local majorities. The beliefs and customs of the Alawites differ significantly from mainstream Islam in multiple ways, which has led to a significant degree of controversy over how exactly to categorize the Alawites. Unlike mainstream Muslims who believe in an afterlife in heaven or hell and in the absolute oneness of God, the Alawites generally believe in a system of reincarnation on earth. They believe that God reveals himself as a divine trinity rather than as one, and they have no prohibition against the use of alcohol and maintain the use of wine in their rituals. The Alawites themselves consider their faith to be Islamic, but large swaths of both the Sunni and Shia mainstream reject this and consider the Alawites different enough to be an entirely separate religion altogether, including more radical groups like Al-Qaeda and ISIS. Another 8 to 10% of the Syrian population were Sunni practicing Kurds. While the Kurds of Syria share the same religion as the Sunni Arab majority, they are also distinctly non-Arab and speak a very different, completely unrelated language with zero mutual intelligibility. They speak the Kurdish language, which is an Iranian Indo-European language similar to Persian, while the Arabs, of course, speak Arabic, which is a Semitic Afro-Asiatic language instead. The Kurds in Syria have historically been concentrated in the northeast of the country. Another 6 to 7% of Syria's population were Christian Arabs, and another 3% of the population were Druze Arabs. Unlike the Alawites, the Druze do not identify themselves as Muslims and openly present themselves as a wholly unique and distinct faith that is separate from Islam and every other world religion. The Druze number around 1 million people across the Levant region and are significant minorities in Lebanon and Israel, in addition to Syria. Roughly half of the Druze live in Syria, however, largely concentrated in the Suwaida province in the south of the country, where they form the local majority. And in addition, all of these groups were smaller minorities of Sunni Turkmen and Circassians, Shia and Ismaili Muslim Arabs, Christian Assyrians, and Christian Armenians. So yeah, Syria is very divided along ethno-religious lines, more so than just about any other country in the Middle East is, with large areas around the peripheries that have local majorities of Alawites, Kurds, or Druze that are distinctly different from the Sunni Arab majority throughout the rest of the country. That's also interspersed with Christian, Turkmen, Circassian, and Assyrian minorities throughout as well. Throughout the civil war in Syria, the nominally secular Assad regime.
How much could you bench when you first started lifting weights? I think I first started lifting when I was 15. It was at the beginning of it was either at the end of grade 9 or the beginning of grade 10. And I had to quit hockey. I kind of got fat and out of shape, and girls were making fun of me for being fat. So I wanted to get like lean, big, and muscular, you know, so that I could just get girls. And when I first started, my parents, you know, I think we already had some like really basic weight training equipment. My grandfather had like really old, you know, weights in the basement. We had like a crappy old bench. One of those like 1-inch standard weight training bars, and there were a few cast iron weights, and we also had some of those like ceramic weights. Like these were old. This was like from back in the like 1980s, I think, if not older. And when I first tried benching, I think I was only lifting 80 pounds for like, you know, maybe 8 reps. That would have been when I was around like 15. And then I think by like grade 11 in high school, like right around the beginning of grade 10, I think I could bench 205, and then by the end of grade 11, I think I benched 225, something like that.
Regularly claimed that its own totalitarianism and iron-fisted rule in Syria was the only thing keeping the country together and preventing the Islamists from genociding the country's various minorities. After Assad's fall from power, al-Shara and HTS declared their intent to keep Syria together in a strong, centralized state that would be fully inclusive for all Syrians regardless of faith or ethnicity. They immediately outright rejected any possibility of establishing a federal system within the country with autonomies granted to the country's various minorities, based on the belief that doing so would be a precursor to state collapse and the loss of their own power. Similar federal systems in other diverse countries in the Middle East have shown a pretty poor track record of success. Lebanon and Iraq immediately come to mind, and both are politically barely functional. But al-Shara's and HTS's Sunni Islamist and jihadist past and their refusal to consider a federal model has led to anxieties not only in Israel, but also within the various non-Sunni and non-Arab components of society within Syria as well. And as time has gone on, their anxieties have only worsened, and Israel's opportunities to influence them have only increased, all to Turkey's own terrible detriment. In March of 2025, Assad loyalists within the predominantly Alawite majority areas on the Syrian coast launched a violent insurgency against the new Syrian government. Sunni Arab militia fighters, some of whom belong to HTS, responded with a brutal crackdown in the region that massacred at least 1,400 Alawite civilians in only a matter of days. In many recorded instances, they methodically went house to house in Alawite majority towns and demanded to know their residents' sect before summarily executing them on the spot if they were Alawites before torching their homes. Al-Shara's government swore that it would hold the perpetrators of the massacre responsible and that the government did not condone what happened. A few arrests were made, but nobody has yet been formally charged or punished. While the new Syrian government's independent commission report controversially concluded that there wasn't any evidence that military leaders ordered the massacres to happen, which has been rejected by the Supreme Alawite Council that has called for a UN-supervised investigation to take place instead. Had this been the end of large-scale targeted violence against Syria's minority groups in the aftermath of the Assad regime, there might have been some chance at a belief that this was just a freak, one-off incident and that Syria could still overcome the odds and become strongly centralized again.
No.
But then, only a few months later, an even worse bout of violence exploded between the government and its Druze population in the southern Suwaida province. In July of 2025, a group of Sunni Bedouins kidnapped a Druze vegetable merchant on a highway in the province. Druze militias then began carrying out reprisal attacks against the Bedouin community, which quickly spiraled out of control into vicious, full-scale fighting and massacres between the Druze and Bedouin militias in Suwaida. The new HTS government in Syria accused the Druze.
Yeah, dude, like, it's just Islam. You're never going to have any fucking peace with Islam. It's just retarded. It's same with communism. You're never going to have, like, peace and prosperity with communism. These ideologies are just antithetical to human flourishing. So, I don't know why we're importing the third world into, you know, here. It's just stupid to have any of these people immigrate.
In Suwaida of resisting the central government's authority and began deploying the army to march on Suwaida to crush them and restore order. The army also began a blockade of the Suwaida province and restricted access to roads leading into the territory and the entry of humanitarian aid convoys. And it was at this moment that Israel saw a major geopolitical opportunity arise. Israel itself has a substantial Druze minority population of its own. 150,000 Druze live within the Green Line borders of Israel who hold full Israeli citizenship, while another 25,000 non-citizen Druze live within the Israeli-occupied Golan Heights. The Druze in Israel are deeply integrated within the Israeli state and are widely considered to be loyal subjects owing to their wide-scale participation in the Israeli military. And naturally, Israel's Druze population became incredibly concerned about the fate of their brethren across the border in Syria.
Then why do so many of these SJWs think they can?
Because they're gay retards. Thanks for the donation, Dodo.
At this moment, Benjamin Netanyahu seized on the moment by declaring Israel to be the protector of the entire Druze community across international borders, and initiated an...
Did you get more attention from girls in school after lifting weights? Well, I wasn't called fat anymore. The issue is high school girls are like fucking gay and retarded. Like, again, I would have been around, like, what, about 16 at the time? So it's not like I was massive and jacked or anything, but I was one of the few people in school who actually lifted weights. So I was a lot bigger and stronger than everyone else. And, what I heard from most of the girls there was that they don't like my muscles because they look scary. And again, this is like me at 16, like not super jacked or anything. Like I looked like I lifted weights and was fit, but it's not like I was huge. So like, I don't know if it was that particular high school or if like all high school girls just like dating weak beta male faggots or something, but all the, like, gay, skinny, weak bitch dudes were getting girls. Or, like, fat dudes. There were two girls that I liked in high school who I knew were into fat dudes. One of the girls, I think her name was Sadia, she was, like, I think she was Iranian by ethnicity, but she was from Germany. She looked really interesting. She was really pretty, but like in an unconventional sense. But she had like really nice tits, great ass, fucking sexy. And she would make fun of me when I was fat in grade 10. But in grade 11, when I lost weight, I found out her boyfriend was fat. And not like just a little chunky, like he was a fat ass. Like gut hanging out, like kind of fat. So that was weird. There's some other chick that I went on a date with who's a redhead. She also was into fat dudes. She was dating a dude who was like really fat. Like really, really fat. So that was strange.
Armed intervention across the border into Syria, asserting that the Syrian army had violated Israel's desired demilitarized zone in southern Syria and was involved in massacring the Druze, the Israeli Air Force began pounding advancing Syrian army columns moving into Suwaida, and then, escalating things even further, they bombed the headquarters of the Syrian Defense Ministry in the capital Damascus and even bombed another area nearby to the presidential palace. Israel's intervention proved to be decisive and forced the Syrian army to withdraw from Suwaida in only a matter of days, and granted the Syrian Druze the ability to enforce a ceasefire on their own terms, retaining their de facto autonomy within Syria, confident of Israel's protection. After the dust had settled in Suwaida, as many as 2,000 people there were dead, nearly half of whom were largely Druze civilians, and all over in only a matter of days. Israel, ironically, justified its intervention into Syria as a humanitarian mission to defend the Druze from violence, at the same time as they are also waging a genocidal campaign of total victory over Hamas in Gaza that has resulted in orders of magnitude more human suffering and misery.
Okay, fuck this guy. Wow. I didn't know this guy was a fucking anti-Semitic dipshit. Holy fuck, what a dumbass take.
Discord hack, the one that stole a bunch of government IDs from minors. And the hacker wanted to tell me how they did it to expose Discord security problems, but they also wanted to tell me what will happen to people's data if Discord doesn't pay. But I don't think the hacker knows that they are about to make the Discord predator problem significantly worse. They are going to be a Discord predator's hero. But before we even get into that, how do I know that this is the person behind the hack? And the easiest thing to ask is, if you hacked into Discord support system, show me what's inside of one of my tickets. And I didn't even have to ask, they just started sending me a whole bunch of stuff, and they sent me this ticket here, new Discord scraping service spy.pet. Now, this is a ticket that I actually intentionally hid in my first video because a viewer made this underneath my accounts. You can see no text-to-speech was not signed in when this comment was submitted, but they showed me this ticket. And we have internal messages from Discord. And if we zoom out a little bit, the most important part about this hack is this section on the right here. It's called the Discord Zen bar. In the Zen bar, there's stuff like my user information, my location, my email. We can see that there is a phone symbol. Discord never said anything about a phone number, but we'll get to that. But so far, the claimed hacker behind this had my attention. Then they sent me this screenshot, which is contained in the Discord Zen bar saying user payment history, where you can...
Fuck you, nigga.
Alright, well thanks for the donation, bitch boy.
You can see I bought the Skibbity Toilet profile cosmetic on July 2nd. And if I go to my Discord billing tab, you can see Skibbity Toilet on July 2nd. In fact, the hacker even sent me this photo here, and it shows the history of emails sent to my email. And you can see on August 18th, I got 2 report violation emails, one at 10:16 and one at 10:12. And if I go to my emails, I got 2 emails from Discord talking about reporting someone on August 18th at 10:12 a.m. and 10:16 a.m. This is unrefutably the person behind the Discord hack that everyone is panicking about. And the thing is that they were willing to answer some of my questions, but first they wanted to set the record straight. They wanted to give me more details about the hack that Discord wouldn't tell people. The first thing I wanted to say is that this was by no means a small incident. They have over 1.6 terabytes of data exported. Most of it is ticket attachments, and a few hundred gigabytes of it is transcripts and other user data. In fact, they sent me this image showing the folder that contains all the files, but it contains 2,185,000.
Sir William Squire von Dutchmeyer donated $2. Let me see.
Hey there, Sugar Plum. What you doing? Reading. What the fuck are you reading, huh? A book. A book? What the hell is that, huh?
A story in pages, you fucking idiot. You asshole.
Hey, don't call me that, you fucking bitch.
How the hell? You don't even know what a book is, you idiot.
Oh, is that right? I'm gonna take you to your mother. You're gonna go down, Ben. Give me that fucking book. Hey, bitch.
Hiya, darling.
Do you ever heard of a book before?
What? What?
Yeah, she doesn't know what it is. Shut the hell up.
Both idiots.
You hear that, love? She calls us idiots. What a fucking bitch. You know what? I think she's just delusional. She's only reading all these stupid books all the time. You know.
Do you like my hair?
No, it looks shit. It always looks shit. Ow. Ow. Ow, you bastard. Oh my god, I really...
That isn't very good. Thanks for the donation, dude.
5,151 files. And if I scroll up a little bit, inside of this folder, we can see that not every single one of these are people and their government ID or a photo of their face. In fact, we only have this woman here, this guy with a piece of paper, this dude with a passport, government ID here, and government ID here. Those are the only photos in this brief little sample that we have that are government IDs. And in an article by The Verge talking about the hack, Discord told them that approximately 70,000 users had their government IDs exposed. Now, the hacker claims that Discord completely lied in their press release, saying that a small number of government IDs is complete bullshit. And I hate to tell you, but 70,000 people divided by the 200 million monthly active users that Discord has, multiply that by 100% so we get into percentage, it is 0.035% of Discord users. Like, Discord isn't lying. By sheer numbers alone, they can say this is a small incident. But I don't want to downplay that any government IDs being leaked is a big f up. Regardless though, things do get worse for Discord. With that Zen bar, it allowed the hacker to get billing and user information for any tickets, even if the ticket content didn't include it. So if your ticket was leaked, there's a good chance that even if it wasn't about billing, your billing information got leaked. And it was around 578,000 users that had their billing info leaked, which, fun fact for your nerds, apparently is about $365 million worth of payments. But that billing information, if you're not aware, contains your PayPal email if you use PayPal, or if you used a credit card, it would give your credit card provider the last 4 digits of your credit card, and it would also give your credit card expiration month and year, which Discord did not tell people. But one thing Discord was either not aware of or just didn't talk about is the fact that phone numbers were involved in this breach. If you looked at someone's phone number in that Zen bar, the information was redacted. The agents would only see your partial phone number, so like the last 4 digits. The problem though is that if you just look at the API, it will show the full phone number. And they said that over their access of 58 hours on Discord's system, which again is egregious, they estimated that around 50,000 people had their phone number leaked. But also, like Discord said, a lot of their internal documents were leaked, and the hacker sent me a massive list of what they have. But the hacker also showed me that in Discord's own internal documents, they have a section called accounts we should not interact with. They have stuff like Streamlabs, USA Army Esports, and even myself, next to Dr. Disrespect. Why the f am I on this list, bro? But the hacker also wanted to share with me how bad of a f up this is from Discord, how they even got into the system in the first place. So they pointed out that in Discord's own press release, they said that this was a result of a third-party breach. And they claim that this is directly Discord's fault for hiring work-from-home BPO employees. Now, BPO stands for Business Process Outsourcing. I had to Google that, but
Indians. Yeah, it's Indians.
Discord outsources their support to a third-party company. And what happened is that the hacker got into one of those employees' accounts. Now, they did not want to share with me at all. I tried multiple times to figure out how they got into the account. So we have to speculate. It could be bribery. It could be sending the employee malware or some insider crazy movie drama. The hacker themselves applied for a job. But the biggest problem about this hack that I really want to emphasize is that once the hacker was in Discord's Zendesk, there wasn't anything stopping them. For 58 hours, the hacker sent 60 million requests to Discord with 0 detection. So they were just able to constantly ask for people's billing information, constantly ask for attachments. There was no rate limiting to prevent scraping. And the hacker also says that Discord could have configured their Zendesk more securely. And this is Discord's biggest fuck up regarding this whole entire hack. It's the fact that they're not handling things and assuming that an employee will be hacked. And the reason why this is such a big fuck up is that this has happened before. The warning signs are there. Discord back in 2023 had one of their support agents hacked. But also, this is actual breaking news. I haven't told anyone this and I don't think it's ever been published. But a year ago, at the end of August 2024, someone managed to compromise a Discord employee account. And what ended up happening is a whole bunch of Discord e-gangsters, you can tell by their chats that they are trying to be edgy teenagers. They managed to get into a Discord employee's account, whether by bribing them, hacking into their account, whatever, but they managed to give themselves rare usernames with 2 letters and Discord staff badges. And the reason why I didn't talk about this is because I didn't want a situation like this Discord hack happening, or at least it being inspired by it. But somehow, despite both of these hacks, Discord didn't secure their Zendesk under the assumption that an employee would be compromised. And when we're talking about people's government IDs in Zendesk, this is completely unacceptable. And the problem with these government IDs is that the government ID tickets are not purged after resolution. The hacker claims that government ID images were just sitting there for months or even years. Now, I have talked to some people familiar with Discord's age verification.
Sir William Squire von Dutchmeyer donated $2. Let me see.
Right, so take me through this, Dave.
Okay. Rohan is occupied by King Theoden, but he's moved to Helm's Deep. And we are all the way over here. But to make it easier for you, let's say we're in Osgiliath right now. And that's Mordor next to us.
Right.
Is it all making sense so far?
So where's that?
That's where we are, in Osgiliath. And there's Isengard, where the orcs are coming from, as well as Mordor. See, it's quite easy, really. There's not that much to remember. You think you've got it all now?
Yes, I think so. No, I'm lost. Where's Rohan?
Rohan's there, and Isengard's armies have moved to Helm's Deep.
And where's Isengard?
Isengard's there.
And that's where Bilbo lives, isn't it?
What? No. What? No.
Who's the Balrog, then?
What are you talking about? Just focus.
So, where are we?
We're in Osgiliath, Faramir.
No, I'm confused. What is this a map of, anyway?
This is Middle-earth, Faramir. That's where we are.
But you said we were in Osgiliath.
Yes, but Osgiliath is in Middle-earth. It's next to Mordor.
Mordor?
Mordor, Faramir.
So why is Bilbo invading Helm's Deep?
No, Bilbo has nothing to do with it. Isengard is invading Helm's Deep.
And that's Isengard there, isn't it?
No, that's Isengard.
Is that where we are?
No, we're in Osgiliath.
Oh.
This isn't too funny. Thanks for the donation, Sir William.
System, and they said that after some period of time, Discord will delete these tickets, but they should be deleting those government IDs the second they're done with the ticket. Like, this is genuinely a failure on Discord's part. It's unacceptable. But the hacker then starts saying stuff like, a lot of the government IDs are of minors too, since the age requirement of Discord is 13 plus. Child safety is a concern, and Discord doesn't seem to care. Now, hold on for a second. I said in the intro of this video that this dude was going to be the hero of Discord predators, the person that brings the new age of predators on Discord, the messiah. And the reason why I'm saying all of this is because, keep in mind, Discord in their press release said that the hacker was trying to extort a financial ransom. They were trying to get money from Discord, and I asked the hacker, how much money were you trying to get? And they were trying to get $5 million, but Discord said it was too high, and out of the goodness of the hacker's heart, they reduced it to $3.5 million, and then they got ghosted. And throughout this video, I've been showing you screenshots that the hacker has sent me. So while they were hacking Discord, they intentionally went on my profile and took a whole bunch of screenshots for me to make a video. And I even asked him straight up, I'm like, I assume your goal in reaching out to me and providing this information is to articulate your threats to have a video made to add pressure to Discord, to force them to pay you money. And the hacker said, yeah, that's accurate. So from here on out, you need to understand that the hacker is assuming that all of their messages are going to be in this video. They are going to say whatever they need to say to make you angry and upset at Discord and to paint Discord as a villain. And I'm going to show you how they do that. If Discord continues to ignore me, I will start releasing user data. And this includes hundreds of thousands of minors in all caps who uploaded their government ID. If Discord privately reaches an agreement with me, I will cease all activity related to this incident and delete the data. Discord still has a chance to save their users, but it won't be around for much longer. Money is the only goal here. In fact, they say if Discord doesn't respond in like a week, I will either leak the full data or sell it. It's not up to me what happens. And it's worth noting that Discord can fully prevent all of this. They are trying to make Discord look like the people that make the decision. Discord, if they don't pay this guy money, they're going to be the evil people that get a bunch of minors' government IDs leaked. That's what the hacker is trying to tell you. But here's what you guys need to know. Discord predators, they heard about this hack and they're foaming at the mouth. Sending someone a photo of their face and their government ID that might have their address, you can use that to extort people. Hey, 16-year-old Timmy, I know where you live. I know what you look like. And I'm going to send people to your house if you don't do X, Y, and Z. It sounds like a joke, but that genuinely happens though, because kids are stupid. And the problem is that if you leak all this information, Discord predators basically just have a whole bunch of ammunition to find kids. And it's already happening because the hacker made a telegram to leak all this information to pressure Discord, and they got a DM from a predator saying, yo, you can make more money selling the IDs. The little ones are worth more. And they're trying to frame this as Discord's fault. Discord did fuck up, but we have this hacker with all of these kids' information, and they're threatening to leak it all. Here is the real truth. Discord's corporate policy, from what I've heard through the grapevine, they don't pay ransoms for multiple reasons. One, Discord already took the L by publishing they got a data breach. Second, if you pay the ransom, there's nothing saying that the person won't just leak the information or sell it anyways. The hacker just said, yo, trust me, bro. That was actually part of his DMs. And finally,
did you ever smash the guy on his fucking head?
Unfit, right? I guess he's fucking fat powerlifter and he's not in shape because he fainted doing overhead press. Fuck you. You're a fucking idiot. Yeah, let's see how, out of shape I am, huh? You wanna fight me in a fucking cage and see how out of shape I am? I guess I don't have to be in great shape to fight you, would I, dipshit? I just have to smash you on your fucking head!
No, never ended up smashing that guy in his head. Thanks for the donation, Killian.
if Discord's going to pay people $3.5 million, other people are going to hack into Discord and try to get a ransom as well. It puts a massive target on your back. Telling you straight up, and also probably telling the hacker because they're watching this, Discord isn't going to pay anyone shit. So what's going to happen is that this hacker is in their little delusion lands where they think Discord's going to pay money, and they're going to start leaking more and more data, and eventually all of those kids' government IDs are going to be out on the internet for Discord predators to scoop up and find their next victims. And I straight up told the hacker that random Discord kids are going to be targeted by Discord predators, and they're trying to tell me that it's a concern for them too, believe it or not. Then why are you even threatening to leak the data in the first place? And there's two massive problems with this already, because the hacker has released a data sample, and if you look through the data sample, there are people with emails that have like their first name, last name 2010. They're probably born in 2010. They are 15 years old. And the thing with kids on Discord is that you can tell them their email, and you can lie to them saying, I hacked into your Discord account. I have your email. Send me X, Y, and Z. Predators do that. So you've already leaked kids' information. You can't blame Discord for this because you are the person in control of the data. I straight up told the hacker, like yesterday, I was just like, dude, you don't understand what's going on. Discord isn't going to budge. They're not going to be the ones to fix this. They're not the heroes. You're going to become the bad guy, and you're going to be the dude who fed information to make predators' jobs easier. And they tell me that I'll refrain from leaking and selling the data as I don't want to harm kids. And here's the problem. If they go through all of the data to filter out the kids, so they're only leaking adults' government IDs, here's the reality. People will report CSAM Discord servers to Discord through those tickets, and they will send photos of CSAM because they don't know better. So this hacker already on their computer has CSAM content. So when they go through and filter all that data, they're going to have to filter through CSAM content intentionally so that they can leak data. What the fuck is going through your brain? Genuinely. But the one thing that the hacker and I can agree on is that Discord needs to be held accountable for this stuff. So really the point of this video is to show you how bad of a mistake Discord made, and Discord does need to do better because this is the 3rd time they have been hacked. But the point of this video is also to hold the hacker accountable, because at the end of the day, I don't think minors on Discord should be caught in the crossfire so this hacker gets money and then Discord gets held accountable. It's completely ass backwards. So yeah, anyways, gamers, don't you just love the internet? Let's just go to the extreme.
That's pretty retarded.
A TikToker inhaled 1 kilogram of whipped cream propellant every day for 6 months. This is what happened to his brain. GG is a 20-year-old man presenting to the emergency room with cognitive impairment and leg weakness. He couldn't stand or walk without help. Gigi was a student at the local college, but he was someone who loved clout. He'd post videos online of him doing crazy things for likes and subs. Gigi lived in the apartments on campus with his friends. They had been roommates for years. One of the guys, Jake, liked to make desserts. He had a whipped cream dispenser that used little cans. They push gas into the cream, creating that airy whipped texture. This nitrous oxide is the perfect gas for this application, but it's also known as laughing gas. It has legitimate medical use, like at the dentist, but it's sometimes used for something else, and the roommates started to notice. Jake would use flavored gas. This made his whipped cream delicious, but those cans were huge. One day, Gigi told the other roommate to hold the phone. It was time to make a video. He took the big can, he held it up to his face, put his mouth on the nozzle, and twisted. Immediately after inhaling the laughing gas, Gigi...
Yeah, you know what's fucked up? These companies that are selling this gas for whipped cream, they intentionally make them massive because they know people are using it to get high. So if they were just selling the shit to make whipped cream, these gas canisters would be tiny. There's no need to make them huge, but they know there's a market for fucktards who are just gonna, like, get high off nitrous. So they make them massive and then they sell it as a culinary product to skirt the law.
Felt his vision go dark. He tried to speak, but his voice was a totally different pitch. He started laughing and he just couldn't stop. He tried to grab the wall, but then he lost control of himself and his body went limp as he collapsed to the floor. Everyone thought it was hilarious. When Gigi was able to get up, he couldn't believe what happened, and this was the start of something horrible. At first, he'd just check it out on the weekends, but quickly, the entire week was the weekend. He was doing it all the time. It became the first thing that he'd do in the morning before getting out of bed. One evening, Gigi felt like he was going to have a panic attack. He cleared almost an entire box of whipped cream chargers. On the floor, almost passed out, he tried to sleep, but he couldn't. He couldn't remember what day it was, and he couldn't remember where he was, but there were no thoughts going through his head. When he tried to get up to use the bathroom, he stumbled. He thought he could feel a weird tingling in his feet, but things were only going to get worse. Gigi got to the point where this was the only thing that he would do all day. His roommates thought it was funny to just see him slouched over on the couch. They would egg him on, but then they started noticing that when he would try to get up, he couldn't stand without holding onto something. They laughed at him, but when they saw him try to walk, he stumbled and smashed his head on the table before falling to the ground. When the roommates saw blood coming from his head, they called for an ambulance, and he's brought to the emergency room, where we are now. At examination, the medical team noticed that Gigi was disoriented. He could speak, but he couldn't tell them where he was or what his name was. Clearly, something's wrong with his brain. If he fell and hit his head, this could be a head injury. The trauma can cause a brain bleed, causing swelling as the brain starts to crush up against the sides of the skull, causing permanent damage. But when they took a closer look, his brain looked normal. There was no bleeding or swelling, meaning that something else was going on. Gigi couldn't stand or walk on his own. Doctors noticed that. When they tested the reflexes in his legs, they find that he didn't have any. Reflexes are bodily responses that don't require input from the brain. The impulse goes through the spinal cord back to the muscle. A missing reflex could mean something's wrong with his nerves, but this wasn't his only problem. Gigi was still confused, and he said nothing that made any sense. When they asked him what this three-sided shape was, he said hamburger. This cognitive impairment with absent reflexes means that Gigi has problems in both his brain and his spinal cord, but it still isn't finished. Looking at his blood...
No, I haven't seen any new movies. There's that movie, what is it called, Weapons or something? I want to watch that, but I haven't seen anything that looks even remotely interesting. Oh, it's all trash. I've just been watching old episodes of the X-Men animated series and Spider-Man animated series.
Blood cells under a microscope, they find that his red blood cells are larger than normal. They couldn't really hold on to a lot of oxygen. Doctors didn't know about Gigi's laughing gas misuse. He didn't tell them about it, and he couldn't because he was so incapacitated. But putting together his problems with his blood, his brain, and his spinal cord give them some clues as to what's happening. Red blood cells are made in the bone marrow. If they're released too early in production, they come out too big and they can't function normally. But why was this happening to Gigi? Red blood cell precursors are some of the most quickly developing cells in the body. Sometimes a hormone will tell the bone marrow to release developing cells early, but that doesn't seem like it's happening to Gigi. For him, it seems that his red blood cells just aren't developing fast enough and that they're being released unfinished. So this means either a toxin is inside his body disturbing his blood cell production, or he has a nutritional deficiency. And in the case of nitrous oxide misuse, the answer is the toxin causes a nutrition.
No, never watched Lost. It just looked like a gay show, so I never watched it.
Deficiency. The name tells us why it's a problem, starting with nitrous. Air is about 80% nitrogen. It's actually not majority oxygen, so our bodies are used to this mix. Nitrous oxide dissolves in blood at a rate 35 times more than nitrogen, but it doesn't like to stay there. The reason this becomes a problem is that it leaks back out in the body and becomes a gas again in air-containing places like the gut. That's fine because the gut is stretchy, but not all spaces in the body are stretchy. The ears have air, but if you increase the pressure, you'll blow out the eardrums. This means that nitrous oxide can displace oxygen and take up extra space. This will cause users to suffocate. That'll cause permanent brain damage and death, but Gigi isn't dead yet. But it looks like he actually has brain damage now because after a couple days in the hospital, Gigi can talk, but nothing makes sense. And he can't stand or walk on his own, but he didn't suffocate, so what's wrong? This brings us back to nutritional deficiency and the name nitrous oxide. A lot of times when oxygen-containing chemicals that aren't supposed to be in the body in large amounts are put in the body in large amounts, they can oxidize metals. This inactivates them. Some of these are pretty important functions. Red blood cells contain iron, which carries oxygen. Oxidizing.
Don't watch Weapons, it is not worthy of the hype at all. It's a shitty horror movie filled with a bunch of dumb jump scares.
I'll probably still watch it if it comes out on streaming. I do like horror movies. Haven't seen any be released in a while. Thanks for the donation though, Dodo.
Iron makes it so that blood cells can't carry oxygen, but that probably isn't happening here because it would cause Gigi to turn blue, and it would show up in his blood test. But one metal that's involved in red blood cell production and the maintenance of myelin, the fatty sheath that covers the nerves and the brain, is cobalt inside of vitamin B12. If Gigi's incessant nitrous oxide use caused the cobalt in vitamin B12 to get oxidized, inactivating it, then this makes sense why he has big and useless red blood cells, why the reflexes in his legs are absent, and why he has cognitive decline. But something's wrong. A blood test finds that he isn't deficient in vitamin B12. His levels are...
Yeah, The Thing is great. That's one of my favorite horror movies. Yeah, John Carpenter's The Thing is just incredible.
Normal, but this doesn't explain what's happening. Vitamin B12 is a coenzyme, meaning that it's a chemical needed by an enzyme to function. Enzymes make new chemicals, and they consume things that ought not build up in the body. If vitamin B12 isn't working anymore, then the enzyme can't function normally anymore, meaning that either no chemicals are made or the wrong chemicals are made. Vitamin B12 coenzymes for two specific enzymes. In the cell nucleus where the DNA is, methionine synthase is one part of the process that makes DNA. Without vitamin B12, DNA synthesis is impaired. In a cell that's supposed to grow and develop quickly, development isn't normal anymore. So when it's time for them to be released into the body, they're not developed and they don't work like normal, kind of like red blood cells, explaining what's happening. In the mitochondria, powerhouse of the cell, vitamin
There really are just no good horror movies anymore.
Yeah, pretty much. Thanks for the donation, Dodo.
B12 coenzymes for methylmalonyl coenzyme A mutase, which generates a chemical that's used to make ATP used as energy by cells. This is why you'll see vitamin B12 supplements saying that they aid in the conversion of food into energy, but the reality is the resulting chemical is a very common one. The body makes it from fats and proteins. The problem is when methylmalonyl coenzyme A mutase doesn't work anymore, the chemical that's supposed to be consumed builds up in the spinal cord. It replaces a chemical that's used to make the fat in myelin. The right fats aren't made anymore, and the myelin starts to degenerate, causing spinal cord damage, explaining why Gigi was missing reflexes. But it wasn't just the myelin that was affected. The white matter in his brain could also no longer make the right fats, causing degeneration there, ending in cognitive decline. Gigi's vitamin B12 levels in his blood were a little low, but still normal because the B12 was still in his body. It's just that nitrous oxide had inactivated it. When they ordered another blood test for methylmalonic acid, a chemical that's not supposed to be high if vitamin B12 were present and functioning, they find that the levels were double the upper limit of normal, meaning that Gigi has all the problems as if he had a vitamin B12 deficiency. Not getting enough B12 is more common than you think. Sometimes people just don't eat enough of the nutrients that they need. I had a B12 deficiency once when I was dieting. Animal proteins are a good source of B12, but to lose weight, I ate a lot less proteins than I had had for at least the last 10 years before. My neurologic problem with B12 deficiency wasn't cognitive impairment, at least not that I knew of, but rather it was insomnia. And ironically, I figured out I had this problem when I started drinking energy drinks at nighttime because they contained vitamin B12, and I could weirdly sleep well after consuming a couple of cans. I did order my own blood test for methylmalonic acid, and it was in fact high. For Gigi, if he has inactivated vitamin B12, then the answer would be to give him more vitamin B12.
$2 US warns UK for working with China.
UK police are investigating a Scottish Reform councillor after she dared to say she was, quote, born and bred in the UK. Apparently it's very offensive these days to call yourself a local.
And it's scary as a local resident, somebody who was born and bred here. I shouldn't have said that.
Well, do you see why this is? People sometimes think that Reform are very much against having people
that
here.
It just came out just...
Like, I've said this before, the UK literally is not a real country. It's just some, like, weird, corrupt island run by corporate bureaucrats. And they want to destroy the sense of, like, an actual nation and cultural pride, just so that they can import more of these, like, dipshits from the third world, have these weird relationships with foreign governments and, you know, criminal organizations from Russia, China. Like, it's fucking retarded. The UK is, like, the dumbest fucking country on the planet.
That's unfortunate for you, I guess, but ultimately, do you see why people who aren't from here, who have maybe made their home here, are annoyed when they hear an elected official say that people are born and bred here?
Joining us is Spiked Online editor Tom Slater. Tom, welcome to the program. Now, we talked about this incident last week, but things appear to have developed. There now seems there'll be a police investigation.
No, it's escalated to an even more absurd degree. There's apparently a 22-page dossier which has been handed over to Police Scotland as well as the council's regulator, alleging that this Reform councillor essentially engaged in a form of hate crime when she said something which no one other than a handful of people in the Scottish media elites could possibly take offence to. To say that it's absurd to say that being born and bred somewhere is some sort of racially aggravated form of hate speech really doesn't cut it. The fact that that councillor in the moment in that interview almost expressed regret for having said something so simple and so pedestrian.
It's hate speech to say you were born and bred in a country, but they're fine with Muslim rape gangs grooming and raping underage girls. Okay. Yeah, dude, get out of the UK while you still can, if you fucking live there. Holy shit, what a shithole. I can guarantee you if I lived in the UK, I'd end up getting locked up. There's no way I could exist in society there. The police would be on my ass. Thanks for the donation, too.
12. You can't really overdose on it because it dissolves in water and gets excreted in the urine, and he would have to stop misusing nitrous oxide. This misuse has been happening for a long time. Imposing restrictions on it seems really difficult because there's a legitimate culinary use for it. It's even found in off-the-shelf whipped cream cans.
Are science-based lifters fucking idiots?
Yeah, for the most part. They're also all weak, skinny twinks.
I do not recommend this. This is just too much volume.
Yeah, we can tell.
Yeah. Yeah, they're all weak, skinny, beta male twinks, and they're like, oh, yeah, that's too much exercise. Oh, you're training too hard. Oh, rather than doing like a big heavy compound lift that has like a lot of fatigue, do this like really easy lightweight isolation exercise, and then they look like this. And then they're criticizing people who are fucking more than twice their size and are way bigger and stronger than them. It's fucking hilarious. Thanks for the donation, Killian Titan. Dodo donated $2, plus it's another abomination from the Cancer Cell studio of horror movies, Blumhouse Productions, which has never made a good horror film in its entire filmography. I'll give it a try. Like, who knows? I've heard some good things about it. Thanks for the donation though, Dodo.
There's a legit medical use for it too as an anesthetic, but the galaxy gas meme that came from 2024 TikTok is a new generation of something old. Sometimes the gas cans are contaminated with other gases and they can do things like oxidize the iron in your red blood cells. Other times people will get nitrous from a balloon, and when the gas knocks them out, they choke on the balloon and die. Compressed gases also become really cold when released, so this can cause frostbite and permanent damage to the mouth and throat. But maybe the biggest reason why you wouldn't want to do this, because the permanent brain damage thing doesn't matter as much here, is that it'll shrink your balls and reduce your sperm count. For GG, after several months of abstaining from nitrous oxide and taking his vitamin B12 supplements, he was able to think again a little. He was able to function semi-normally.
Nah, Event Horizon isn't great. I think that's overrated as fuck. Retard donated $3. Oh.
Tell me if you were lying.
My goodness. Oh, he wants more. Yes, rub the dog. Oh, he likes that. Oh, he really likes that. Oh.
By the way, what you said before boss, like, you're an equal opportunity flirt. And that's fine, Nick. But I'm going home. Oh, sorry, but I don't think I can be your magician's assistant.
That's a nice dog. I like dogs. Yeah. Well, at least Fox News is calling this fucking scumbag out. He's a piece of shit, dude. If I was ever on, like, the same airplane as Hasan, and the plane crashed, and we were the only two survivors, and we wound up on a desert island, that dude is getting turned into fucking food. Like, he has no redeeming qualities whatsoever. Like, this is just... Yeah, this guy is evil, inhuman, just a complete and utter evil scumbag. And there is no way to justify this guy's existence. Additional footage has been discovered of Diddy Piker, Pet Striker, using the shot collar on Kea pre-Dogtober 7th.
A commemorative mug I got from England. Commemorative mug I got from England.
Yeah, he did it again. He's been doing this regularly. What a piece of shit, dude. This clip is almost a year old. Let's see.
It is a direct consequence of underpaying, hiring not enough people, and overworking the people that you have hired. It's absolute garbage. Did you compare this to the Japanese airport experience? Yeah, the Japanese airport experience is like everything works, everything is fast. Kaya, place.
He's pressing the shock collar thing again.
Get back there.
You can see him move his arm.
What is this?
The dog's just getting up, moving around, and then he has to fucking torture it. Yeah, fuck this piece of shit. Fucking scumbag. Thanks for the donation, retard. Dodo donators, when you have Sunni Islamists knock on your door and ask what sect of Islam you are, just say Sunni. Why bother being honest and saying you're Alawite or whatever? They're just gonna kill you. You don't realize that, or what also?
Fruit roll-ups with no artificial dye. Vegetable juice, spirulina, fruit juice as the color. And they've got the fruit by the foot. But check this out. It's the same price. They're not charging more for no artificial colors. So I guess you better run to Walmart.
I love how some fat, out of shape dude is like, oh my god, fruit roll-ups are healthy now. Right. Like that was what was holding you back. Finally, you're going to be healthy again now that fruit roll-ups don't have any artificial colors. That was your main problem. But being 100 pounds overweight, that's totally fine. Thanks for the donation though, Dodo.
But he still had trouble standing and walking on his own. His vitamin B12 problem was much more severe than a deficiency because the deficiency happens slowly. The liver has stores of vitamin B12, but taking something that deliberately inactivates B12 will shut down critical...
Majin Buu donated $2. Let me see.
I'll tell you what, hijab is a big draw here amongst the community, amongst people. It's definitely a fan favourite. Big leg kick up Bumstead. 3 big leg kicks. Hijab storms his man, laying body shots. Hijab needs to create the ground and pound. Hijab going the ground and pound. Bumstead needs to move before the ref is going to stop the fight. Big elbows by Bumstead.
I don't know why it's not stopped at this point.
The end, and the referee stops it.
Yeah, Muhammad Hijab can actually fight. I've seen him box before, and he's a pretty good boxer, and I know he also wrestles. I didn't know this actually happened recently. I wasn't sure he was, like, training anymore because he seemed to be caught up with cheating on his wife, with his secret wife, and the, like, 3 lawsuits that he has going on. I guess he needed to get out some frustration and stress. Thanks for the donation, Majin Buu.
Critical parts of the body at a much quicker rate and cause permanent damage, as Gigi was able to kind of make a recovery. Thanks so much for watching. Take care of yourself and be well.
What a dumbass. These people are just completely and utterly fucktarded. Oh, hey, Gum Gum. Such a good Gum Gum. Is exercise science major for idiots like a psychology major? I mean, it appears so. I don't think you really learn much in school, honestly. Alright, let's play this silly game that Gig wanted me to play. Yes, 4 liters of orange juice is bad. Show nudity, censor the nudity. Oh, look, that's insane. I've never seen that before. So it started off in 1440p for no particular reason, but it actually scaled properly. That's amazing. Let's put it on ultra.
Nate!
Damn it. Fuck.
Nate! Nate!
Nate, buddy, family meeting, let's go.
Are you bringing him food again?
Not right now.
Talked about this.
Not right now.
You are
okay?
literally killing him with these pizzas.
You just want to throw him out of it?
No, he's 35. I want him to have some kind of discipline. Nate, if you can hear my voice, I want you to come up here. We're having a family meeting.
Oh, God.
I like apples. Do you like apples?
I do. I do like apples. Fuji, Sweet Tango, and Pink Lady are my favorite apples. Thanks for the donation, retard. Oh. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh my God. This is very difficult. Oh my God, this is so stupid.
Oh!
Deep breath. You're okay. You're okay. You're okay. You're with Jim?
I'm Jim.
No, I'm Jim.
Yeah, no, you're Jim.
Just relax. Nothing to be ashamed of. Everybody falls. Let's get you on your feet.
I'm good. I'm good. I'm good.
What's your name, son?
I'm Nate.
Nate. Good to meet you.
Yeah, it's just, what's this program called?
Program?
Like, what's the name of the camp or whatever?
Oh, it's not a camp.
To my parents?
Oh, no. No. It's just a cave. But it's mysterious. Of course, you're full of questions.
I got it.
But before we get to that, there's just a few things I've got to explain.
Oh, that's okay.
What?
Can I go?
Go?
Like, if I leave, are you gonna stop me?
No.
Oh.
Of course not.
Okay, then I'm just gonna head out. It's nice to meet you.
Okay.
See ya.
All right.
Ah, fuck. Ah, shit. Fuck. This game is called Baby Steps. Fuck. Ah, fuck. This guy has a big butt. I like making him do the little short steps. Looks funny. It's kind of like he's dancing.
Shit!
I'm getting the hang of it.
Wait up, Nathan. Jim.
Yeah, no, I remember.
From the cave, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I feel like we got off on the wrong foot.
No,
Let's just cut straight to the good stuff. Come with me. It won't take a minute. Just very close.
Actually, I do have to. I gotta.
It's not a scam. I'm not going to charge you any money.
No, I
I'm not going to hurt you.
No,
I'm just trying to get you some shoes.
No,
Yeah, because of the bare feet.
I don't. Yeah, that's how I like it. I just do.
Just your feet.
Yeah, but is there maybe just toilet?
Toilet?
Yeah, I just need to pee.
How badly?
Just normal. Bad.
This is pretty far. I mean, I'm worried about your kidneys.
I've got strong kidneys.
Yeah, just go behind this bush. I'll wait.
I went away.
Pee shy.
No.
Yeah. Yeah, no, you don't want me watching.
No, you can watch.
I guess I'll just catch up to you.
Okay.
Don't hold it in, Nate. It's not healthy.
Yeah, no.
Uru.
Yeah. Ooh.
No, uru. Like we say goodbye around here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Uru.
Yeah, like goodbye. Ooh.
Dude, watching people speedrun this is gonna be fucking hilarious. Ah, fuck. Fuck. Fuck.
Oh crap!
Ah, damn it. He's getting very sweaty. God damn it.
Hey, is this
Nah, I don't think
anybody's
my butt's quite as
camp?
big as his.
Thirsty. Oh, slimy. Ugh. Oh, hey! Oh, is there anybody there? Oh. Maybe just a taste.
Oh, hey, another newbie.
Oh, hey, I'm not new. You must be newer than me.
Yeah, no, I just got in. I've just been getting suited up for the hike.
Is it the grappling hook?
Yeah.
Battlefield 6
I
sucks.
was headed over to the
Terrible
Poison
game.
Swamp. Would you want to join?
Poison swamp?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh, where are you going?
I'm just normal swamp.
Oh no, do you not have a map?
Yeah, this game actually
kind of like a
is
mental map.
unironically better than Battlefield
Look
6.
at this. Look, this is I got this map.
Oh.
It's got everything on it. Check it out. See, really good.
Oh yeah, that looks all right.
I'm sure Jim meant to give you a copy. We should just get him over here.
Oh no, that's
Yeah, he'll come if we scream.
No.
Ah! No, it's okay. I'm fine, Jim. I'm fine.
It's fine. No. Sorry. It's just that we talked about, and we decided mutually I shouldn't have a map.
It shouldn't have a map.
Oh, yeah, no. We were talking, and I don't know. He looked at me and he said, "You look kind of like an elite climber. Better not give you a map."
Oh, you're elite. Okay,
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm new to this. My name's Mike, by the way.
I'm Nate.
All right, see you later.
Oh, whoa. Oh, shit. Cold.
Fuck.
Oh, no.
There really is no story in Battlefield 6. It's completely and utterly nonsensical. It's just... How do I explain it? It's like Military Movie the movie. Like, there's just a bunch of random shit about some bad military people, and we need to kill the bad military people. And, like, that's as far as I understand. Battlefield 3 actually had a really good story. There were multiple characters you play as. You all kind of understood what they were doing when it came to dealing with, the terrorists and foreign adversaries they're up against.
Battlefield 6 is fun, having a good time playing it. Just because you suck at the game doesn't mean it sucks, faggot. Let me guess, you get it, Marcus Toe, skill-based toe. You just suck. Will you be playing Black Ops 7 when it comes out more than Battlefield?
At this point, I really don't know. Hopefully they update the game. I will say this, it has some of the worst hit detection I've ever seen in any shooter. Like, you'll just blast somebody with fire, and they'll, like, you don't get a single hit marker. Bullets also seem to clip on objects when they really shouldn't. So however they're, like, doing the level geometry, there's so many circumstances where, like, somebody will pop their head out, you'll aim right at their head, and, like, you can see the bullet clipping the object that it really shouldn't hit. It's terrible. Like, the one good thing about the game is, like, the level design. Like, you do feel like you're actually in a battlefield, and the destruction is cool. I think the progression is a little too slow as well. And, people are also just way too spongy. Like, When you're designing a fucking shooter where somebody can, like, cross a 20 or 30 foot...
Is this game Dury Nigger or Jasmine Durian Ryder Burgess?
Like, when you design a shooter where somebody can cross, like, you know, a good 20, 30 yards across, like, you know, an open road, and you can just lay into them with a machine gun, and then they can walk away from that and be fine, it's... Like, the game's just fucking goofy. And the one game mode's just fundamentally completely broken. Assault and defend, like, you cannot win if you're the assaulting team.
Oh, no.
It's impossible. The way they have it balanced right now, the defending team just spawns in way too quickly, so you just end up getting overwhelmed. It's impossible to win. Thanks for the donation, though, Hasan fanboy. I'll still try to put some hours into the game and see if I can unlock some weapons that are just better, and, like, maybe that'll fix some of the issues. So I'm still just using, like, the starting guns. I unlocked the M27 IAR. I'm honestly not terribly impressed by it. I think there's one other machine gun that I might have unlocked. Still haven't used that yet. But the starting assault rifle sucks. Starting machine gun sucks. The DMR is okay. It's better under certain circumstances, but it's just not great. Like, the game would be just fine if they had a hardcore mode where if you shoot somebody a few times, they died. But, like, everyone's just so fucking ridiculously spongy. And I know for a fact, there are a ton of motherfuckers who are botting. A ton. Almost every fucking game, somebody's using an aim assist tool, and it's pretty obvious when they're doing it. Oh, hardcore's at the bottom of multiplayer. Okay, maybe we'll play this game for a bit, and we'll try to start up Battlefield and see if I can play the hardcore mode, because, like, the normal mode's stupid. If they have a hardcore mode that's actually hardcore, that might actually fix the game.
Are you going to buy and play Black Ops 7? Did you play the shit out of Black Ops 6?
Yeah, I'm gonna get Black Ops 7. It's just tradition at this point. I played Black Ops 6 a fair bit. It's not a good game. I can still have fun playing with a friend. And my KD in Black Ops 6, I think, is at like 2.1 or 2.11, some shit like that. So I'm good at that game. I'm good at shooters in general, as long as they're not fucking stupid. And that's mostly playing normal mode too, by the way, not just hardcore. A buddy of mine, we like playing Demolition, and for whatever reason they don't have Demolition in hardcore, so I've just been playing normal. Thanks for the donation, Hasan fanboy. Fuck. Fuck. Oh, little chicken. Is it imprinting onto me?
Oh shit!
Oh yeah, the little baby chick's following me. That's funny. Yeah, I played Battlefield 1. That game was just fucking garbage. That wasn't even a shooter. That was just grenade throwing fest. That was terrible. That was such a stupid, stupid game. Battlefield 3 is still to this day the best online multiplayer shooter. Yeah, one thing I hate with the new Battlefield 2 is, at least in normal mode, apparently there's a hardcore mode that I haven't played. You'll have a sniper who's not that far away, like let's say 300 yards, which is a very easy shot with, you know, a standard assault rifle. You'll hit them over and over and over again, like, you know, a good 10 rounds on target. That won't be enough to kill them because the time to kill is so fucking ridiculous. And then the sniper will hit you once and then you're dead. Like, it's so fucking stupid. Like, that is the normal engagement range for one of those fucking rifles, and they don't let you use the fucking gun as intended. And then you have to, like, switch to a fucking sniper rifle when you respawn, take out the sniper, and then, like, eventually pick up a different fucking gun. Like, it's just stupid. Why the fuck are you not able to use the guns as they're fucking intended to be used? I just hate it when they have designs like that. And, like, if you're a sniper and you're getting, like, actually hit over and over again, how the fuck can you aim when there's bullets going into your chest? It's just stupid. The game's just dumb. You know what? They should have used this control scheme in Death Stranding. That would have actually made the game interesting. What a lost opportunity. Fuck. Fuck.
Oh shit.
Fuck. Yeah, I'm sure eventually I'll fall off a cliff and lose a ton of progress. Fuck. God damn. Favorite cup. Please return.
Where's the quad?
Baby over there? Or, weird.
Oh, crap.
Oh, jeez. That...
Yep. Oh. God.
Fuck. Fuck.
Grip, grip, oh.
Fuck. Was Battlefield 4 as good as Battlefield 3? No, it kind of felt like they tried to copy Battlefield 3, but they didn't do quite a good job at it. It was still good. I played it a fair bit. It just wasn't quite as good.
Oh shit!
Battlefield 3 is still goated.
Whoa! Fuck, fuck, fuck!
CDG $20. Do you have a fleshlight and do you enjoy it? No. How often do you use it? Don't have one. Would you be willing to sell it at any point? Asking for a friend. Yeah, I don't have one. Thanks for the donation, dude. Oh, rabbit.
Oh shit!
WTF VG. WTF all this Battlefield talk, then you play this shit game of ex-wife aka Big Back, play Battlefield multiplayer, stop scamming.
Yeah, I'll play Battlefield in a bit. At least I want to get to like a checkpoint or something in this game. Let's just try to get to the next checkpoint thing. Then we'll play some Battlefield. Gotta remember it's garbage day tomorrow. Oh shit. Oh!
Fuck! Oh! Oh! Ow! Oh!
Oh, hey, Nate!
Oh!
I heard you screaming!
Tim!
Jim! Are you
Jim.
okay?
Yeah, no, oh yeah,
I'm
sorry.
here to help, buddy.
I see how you could think I was in trouble with the screaming, but I'm not.
You're not?
No,
This
just
game is
it was
awful
just
and boring to watch. Congrats on losing half your concurrent viewers. Why did Gig want you to play this? Is he mentally retarded or something?
I don't know, he's a little weird. Thanks for the donation, 21st.
a playful scream, like a scream of just normal life.
Oh yeah, okay, been there. While I'm here, do you want to get hooked up with some?
Oh no, I'm doing good. I don't need.
We got some equipment.
Yeah, like.
Got some maps as well.
Oh, maps
could be helpful.
What kind of?
Oh, they just look like this.
Oh no, sorry, I don't need that.
Shoes?
No.
All right. Never change, Nate.
Oh, yeah.
Hooroo.
Oh yeah. Yep. Ooh ooh.
Fuck! Oh, Jesus. Gig bought the game for me. Shit. Fuck. fuck. Been using your playlist, been getting some massive PRs, didn't know you liked Round Round from Rat Rat. Yeah, Round Round's good. I like a lot of old 80s music.
Oh!
Where's the quad?
Oh Jesus, that could have been catastrophic. I don't know which way I should go. Fuck.
Whoop. Whoop.
Oh. Oh crap.
Oh my god.
Cold.
Whoop.
Fucking serious? Jeez. Oh no, oh no, oh god. Son of a bitch. Fuck.
Oh, god damn it.
Nate, are you okay? You look sad.
Oh, hey, Mike. No, that's sad. I was just taking a break from my run. So road's out.
Yeah, road's out, but no worries. Grapple point.
Oh, grapple
See?
point. Oh, just grapple. I'll grapple it.
Yeah, just grapple with a grappling hook.
Oh, yeah, I'll just grapple that fucker with my grappling hook.
Yeah, no worries. Just grapple that fucker.
I'll just grapple that fucker.
Yeah, good. All right. Well, Salada.
Oh, Salada.
I don't think I have a grapple hook. Oh, jeez. This might be high risk, but high reward. Oh, no. Oh, no.
Why?
Yeah. Okay. Well, that was a good run. Why is this... Oh, is my fucking keyboard out of power? I hate this fucking keyboard. Well, what the hell? This fucker's plugged in now. There we go. Did they make it so the engineer class can't use the assault rifles? Weird. I don't think that was the case before. Oh wow, is this actually hardcore or did I just get lucky? I think it's actually hardcore. Fuck. Three new Frank shorts. Okay, I'll take a look at that in a bit. Shit. Did they kill that guy? Oh, dude. This is actually fun. Oh my god. People die when you shoot them. This is incredible. People die when you shoot them! Oh my god! This game is good! I can't believe this! They die when you shoot them! Why isn't this the normal game? Is everyone a baby?
They want to play a dumb baby game? This game sucks. I died when I get shot. Why can't they make it so that if somebody empties an entire machine gun belt at you, you can still live? This is too hard. I'm a dumb baby. Like, do you see this? They die when I shoot them. Ah, shit, the guy back there got me. But that's incredible. Like, why isn't that just the way the game is? Okay, that's... oh, I see. Is there no coax gun? Why is there no coax? I should have a coax. Yeah, there's no coaxial gun. Strange. Shit. Reload, reload, reload! Fuck. Yeah, there's no coaxial machine gun on this. I guess, is it a Bradley? I think it's a Bradley M3 fighting vehicle or something. Oh shit, damn it. That's weird, he blew us up with, like, grenade. Got him. Hell yeah, motherfucker. Yeah, this is crazy. Like, why isn't this just the normal game? It's fucking baffling. Like, it's actually fun to play. Like, this is what retards want? A game that's shit so they can get shot at, like, and not die? Because they suck? Like, look at that! They die! Dumbasses can't handle that? It's just bizarre to me. Everyone's a fucking retard. They want games to be shit so that they don't just die when they get shot because they can't fucking bother getting good at a game. Oh shit. Okay, I'm out of... Damn it. Dude, I'm 20 and 3.
Like, the difference is just crazy. My team sucks, but, I mean... Yeah, that is just crazy, the difference that it makes. It is annoying, though, that I don't have, I don't have a coaxial machine gun. That'd be nice. Yeah, maybe the big tanks have it, but it's just, Bradley. Oh shit. Oh fuck. Yeah, my team sucked, but... Bro, I got 37 and 4. The game's good. It's just... They made the normal game suck. You have to play hardcore. Why? Why isn't this... Society is made up of useless, dumb fucktards, dude.
After spending over $50,000 on orbital reconstruction surgery, Dr. Raymond Douglas no longer wanted to treat me as a patient, and the only reason I could think of why is that Dr. Taban's bully lawyers, who were probably used to taking advantage of non-secret society members, non-Illuminati, non-Freemasons, because those people don't know what's really going on behind the scenes.
Are there any bad health effects of eating a shit ton of monk fruit extract powder? It has 0 calories and 0 grams of sugar, and makes everything taste so sweet like sugar. I've been using tons of it.
No, it's fine. Yeah, there's no issue with it. Thanks for the donation, Blackberry.
They subpoenaed this doctor's office for medical records when they could have just asked me. And although Dr. Douglas is not involved directly in any legal issues, I can understand why, he's getting letters from lawyers pertaining me. He doesn't want to treat me anymore, so now I'm adding Dr. Taban's lawyer as part of the case as a third party for tortious interference for ruining my life, because now I can no longer get medical treatment from the most qualified doctor.
That is bizarre and seems really shady. That he'd be giving subpoenas to doctors that are treating Frank for whatever issue he has currently.
Preston says...
That sounds pretty fucked.
Some doctors, looksmacks.org promotes are bad, but they promote them because they're aggressive. Pagoni and Epley seem legit. Looksmax.org is a secret society, Illuminati Freemason ran website that promotes these Freemason Illuminati doctors because all they care about is making money. Pagoni couldn't help me at all. Epley actually caused a patient to commit suicide over 10 years ago. These doctors are evil. They'll ruin your life, they won't pay you, and then they'll drive you to suicide so nobody finds out what happened to them. All these doctors care about is money. As far as I know, in America, the way the system is set up, there are no legitimate doctors, and this guy posting this comment is probably a shill. That website is actually defending Dr. Taban, and anytime someone posts about me on my website, they say it was my fault that Dr. Taban botched me. So one of the things I tried to do to fix my eyes after Dr. Taban botched them was get filler. And Dr. Taban put a little filler. Then I went to George Yang, and I was shocked at the skill difference between these two surgeons because this guy made Dr. Taban look like he never even attended medical school. What Dr. Taban did with the filler was he took a needle, literally took like 20 seconds to put the filler in. This guy, George Yang, it took like a full hour. And he had this tube. He would take his time, go into the right pocket, really insert the filler. His understanding of the different soft tissue pockets of the face, of the eye area, it is astounding. It is astounding. And this guy is even lower price. I mean, Dr. Taban's like, you might as well give the needle to a 5-year-old and let him poke you compared to what this guy was doing. Dr. Taban could very well be the biggest butcher in Beverly Hills.
Okay, we've already seen that one. Frank's a fucking idiot. Oh, unlocked at rank 11. I think I'm almost there. Yeah, he's frightened of EMF, but he'll put, like, random fillers in his face. Ah, damn it. Ah, what a bitch. That guy's a bitch. Ah, motherfucker. Shit, D's getting overrun. Shit. Ah, fuck. Damn it. Yeah, I think our teammates are fucking stupid and they... I don't know why we're not trying to take, like, A or something. Shit. Damn it! Really? The guy's right there? Fucking ass. Why did he shoot him? He was right there. What the fuck? Fucking retarded. Shit. Damn it. Ah, fuck. Got me from behind. Jack off. Goddamn right. Mowing these motherfuckers down, dude.
There are enemy rockets
Is this better than Call of Duty BO6? How long until they add Nicki Minaj and Durian Rider into the game?
Oh, this is better than Call of Duty, I can say that much. Fuck yeah, dude. Ah, damn it! Window. Motherfuck. I don't know if they bothered to take that guy out. How do you even get to the... Alright. Dude, this game's actually good and hardcore. This should just be the game. Who are the fucking assholes whose decision it was to just make the base game for gay fucking babies? What the fuck?
I'm fucking hit!
Fucking asshole? Oh shit, we're losing. Ah, damn it. They tuned down aim assist on controllers so the little gay babies aren't as big of an advantage. Yeah, I noticed that too. Controller auto aim was fucking crazy. Like day one. Fuckers. Damn it. Fucker. Dude, this is fun. I'm actually having fun. This is crazy. I didn't know I could have fun playing a new game. It's actually good when they unfuck the fucking game and don't make it for fucking gay babies. Like, it's still amazing. They die when I shoot them. Like, it's almost unbelievable. Who would have fucking figured? Our team's getting our ass kicked. We're actually doing better now. Fuck, okay, that was gay. Like, the guy's right there. Why the fuck aren't they shooting him? That's stupid. I have no idea why they're not shooting the guy. Fuck! Fucking right. Fucking right, buddy. Oh.
It's only a matter of time until...
Nice try. Ah, damn it. Fuck you. God, the fucking son of a bitch. Okay, I'll watch that in a bit. Oh, what? Fucking kill him! He literally didn't even shoot back. What the fuck? That made no sense. Aw, crap. That was gay. Oh shit. I'm surprised he didn't kill me. Hell yeah. We win. I never would have figured this game would be fun. Holy shit. You just have to play hardcore. Let's see, 2 funny NPC videos.
I think it's disgusting that you're working at this time on a Sunday. Have you got nothing better to do?
We are permitted to start work from 8 AM on a weekend. We've got to crack on or we're going to get it the neck from the boss.
Yeah, fair enough we started a bit early, but, you know, I don't see what the problem is.
My son is a lawyer, and this is breaking noise pollution laws. And I'll have you know, there's a family across the road with a newborn, and all this racket is bound to give them a load of stress.
Well, if we're causing them stress, they can tell me. If we're causing you stress, I don't mind starting a bit later. We can ask the client if he's happy with it. That's fine.
Is your client the woman who lives here?
Yeah.
Right, I'll speak to her then.
It's not necessary to bang that hard, is it?
Look, I'll bang on this door as hard as I want. Don't you tell me what to do. I'll tell you what to do.
She's proper crackers there. What is going on here? Mate, just ignore her, just crack on with the job. We'll work with it.
Fuck. God damn it. Wait, what the hell is that? What in the fuck?
Why can't I park here for? Look.
It's a holy place, you can't park here.
Sorry?
You can't park here, you can't loiter here, you can't park
Why can't I park here?
This is a holy place and you can't park here. If you don't move your car, I'm going to get my son Ben, and he'll come and do you.
Sorry?
My son Ben will come and he will do you. So please move. What are you laughing at?
We've seen that one recently. Thanks for the donation too. Oh, sweet. M277. Finally, Sig Spear. Hell yeah. Yeah, there's cross-platform. Oh. I didn't realize we weren't searching. Wait, why? Literally just selected that. That's stupid. Get fucked, bitch.
We're taking objective Alpha.
Oh, what in the hell?
We've lost objective Delta.
Crazy that you can actually kill people when you shoot at them. Yes. Oh, that looked so sick. Shit, I'm almost out of ammo. Fuck me. doing pretty good. Took out tank, armored vehicle. I'm gonna have to swap weapons though. Completely out of ammo. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Why did he do that? A teammate shot me.
Fuck, I'm bleeding out! Medic!
Why did he do that? Fucking teammate shot me. What the fuck? What are you, fucking retarded? I go into a fucking, like, machine gun and the guy just fucking shoots me for no reason? Okay, at least they got that guy. Fuck him. Fuck. What a bitch. You're a bitch. How do you like that one?
Objective Delta is under our control.
Fucking jackass. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's still a little silly. Like, you give me a break. You should not be able to accurately aim while you're getting shot at. Especially by a fucking SIG Spear. That's a high caliber rifle. Fuck. God damn it. I don't think this has any homing capability. Damn it. I have... Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. That's... Fuck you. Alright. We're gonna play that game. Stupid shit. Oh. You know what, this map actually sucks. This is kind of a shit map. The guy literally just fucked off out of the tank? The guy literally just fucked off out of the tank for no reason.
What are your thoughts on the whole Hasan doc thing? I thought he was your ally and jury and you Ryder said you align on most things.
Oh, come on, come on, come on. Alright. It is late. I'm gonna get to bed. But hope you all had fun. Big thanks to everybody who donated in Streamlabs. Not sure if I'm gonna train tomorrow. I might take another day off. I just slept a lot today. I was supposed to be streaming earlier, but I ended up just fucking sleeping like crazy. But thanks again, everybody. I'll see you all tomorrow in any case. And sweet dreams.